Brent Persinger II.
And good evening from South Charleston Community Center. We're ready for some regional basketball action. The Beckley Flying Eagles 17-3 on the season. Get ready to take on 17-5 South Charleston Black Eagles. This should be fun. And as I said in the scene center, maybe the best game of any regional game that we played here across the state tonight. These are two of the top 4 teams that will be in Charleston next week.
They should be. Both of these ball clubs are teams that should be in Charleston and have played their way. As I'm sure it'll get a little bit dimmer in here as the sun goes down.
When you look at it for Beckley and South Charleston in this matchup, these two teams played a while back at the Raleigh County Convention Center. Beckley loses 51-42. And a comment that I had with Coach Kidd, the worst performance we've had all year was in that game. I don't know the reason why. Could it have been just, I don't know, we've won 8 games in a row or 7 games in a row prior to that. Maybe getting our heads too big. I don't know. Didn't shoot the ball well, got out rebounded, just didn't play well against South Charleston.
I think some goes in to credit to South Charleston. It's the first time Beckley faced a team with the length of South Charleston, and you mentioned it's the only game they've been out rebounded in this season. They haven't been out rebounded yet the rest of the year, and you look back at that before Beckley really even understood what was going on. You got a timeout from Coach Kidd and responded for a 10-0 run and took the lead 12-10. And after that, the lead never got above 7 on either side of the game, and it was a 1-point game with 3 minutes left. So Beckley, this is a game that's going to come down to possessions, rebounds, and value in the basketball.
And those two things you mentioned, possessions and rebounds, they go hand in hand.
Absolutely.
You have got to get the defensive rebounds, stop them to one shot, and if you can get some offensive rebounds to continue possessions, that's a big key for Beckley.
And it's the biggest difference that Beckley lost from an offensive rebounding standpoint. South Charleston had 12 offensive rebounds in that game with 15 second chance points off of those. Beckley only had 4 offensive rebounds and no second chance points, and so those counts as added possessions for Beckley. So you didn't shoot the ball well, and then you didn't add possessions by getting offensive rebounds, whereas South Charleston didn't shoot the ball well either that night, but they got more possessions than Beckley. So that's what tonight is going to come down to. It's a simple game.
And they also shot better from outside than Beckley did.
They did.
That's the key, and that's what Coach Kidd said in our interview, is the fact that we let them shoot too many open threes.
And that's tough for Beckley because they've got a nice little offensive set where South Charleston kind of is 4 spread wide, and they put Roman Kellum at the top of the foul line, and he does a little – They run ball screens off of him without the ball. So Beckley can get congested if they're not communicating effectively. And we saw that some in the South Charleston regional game where Beckley, away from the ball, was not talking through screens. So they've got to do a much better job tonight when it gets loud in those late game scenarios of not allowing open 3-point attempts. So Beckley defensively has to be sound.
Roman Kellum, Jalen Walton. Those two guys canceled each other out in the first meeting. Both only scored 1 point.
Yep.
I don't think that either one of them will score just 1 point tonight.
And I think that's an emphasis you'll see both coaches try to go early too. Roman Kellum started the game against Beckley drawing a foul and then making his one of 2 foul shots, and then that was his last points of the game, whereas Jalen Walton had no field goal attempts in the first half and didn't really get looks at the basket until the second half. So I think both coaches, that's got to be an emphasis. Try to start the game early inside and then go outside after that.
All right, so we look at what could happen in this matchup as well. I'm looking on the floor. Zy Hawthorne is warming up, and honestly, he's warmed up longer today than he did back on Friday against Riverside. That's a good sign. He has said that he wants to give it a go. It looks like Zy will be giving it a go tonight.
Man, as a competitor, there should be nothing more that just kind of has your adrenaline, put away that soreness, put away that the injury that may be lingering in the back of your mind. This is a game with an opportunity to take your school to the state tournament where we belong. This is a game to kind of show yourself to the state of West Virginia.
Yeah, this is a big matchup. I think a lot of eyes across the state will be here. I have talked to a lot of people that at the state tournament and also some other people in the legislature say, hey, we're going to be there tonight.
Yeah.
You know, we're not going to be at the state tournament tonight. We're coming here.
Well, what's funny, this is the 2-3 matchup in the regional, but it's the 5-6 matchup in the state top 10 rankings.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how many – you can't say that amongst other regions. Obviously, GW with the number 4 overall in the state right now in the coaches poll, and then they were the 1 seed in the region. So 3 top 6 teams in one region.
We will be trying to keep you updated on the scores going on across the state and Quad A as those regions are going on. When you look at Beckley and South Charleston over the history, now these two teams have been playing since 1939. Overall, South Charleston is one of the few teams in the state to say they have a better record than Beckley. They've got 38 wins. Beckley's got 33 wins in this history. But when you look at the postseason, they did not play in the postseason until 1947. The first 5 meetings were in the state tournament. Beckley's 3-2 in those meetings. They have only played 1 time in the regional tournament. That was back in 2021. Beckley won that game 49-43. So Beckley is 1-0 in the region, 3-2 against South Charleston in the state tournament, so 4-2 overall.
And don't forget that 2013 state semifinal game, my sophomore year, we came down here and beat them in the MSAC Night of Champions in front of their home crowd, and then got another semifinal matchup, the 2-3 seed. We were the 2 seed. South Charleston was the 3 seed, and man, that was a fun night in the Civic Center as well. So anytime the South Charleston Black Eagles and the Flying Eagles get a chance to be on the court, it's going to be an exciting game.
Yeah, it's always a close matchup, no doubt about it. There's been some really good Beckley teams that have come down here and lost. There's been some really good Beckley teams that have, and honestly, there's been some teams that are not as good as some of those Beckley teams that got beat down here that have come down here and win. Yep. I think over the last 4 or 5 years that Beckley's played here, they've played well here.
They have.
In this gymnasium.
Yeah.
So we'll look forward to that. Once again, Beckley and South Charleston getting ready to do battle for the regional co-final tonight here at the South Charleston Community Center. We come back. I had a chance to sit down and talk with head coach Ron Kidd. We'll get to the conversation next here on the Big Dog, 99.5 WJLS.
I mean, you look at his stat line, I'm sure some people would think that he would score more points this year, but being at that point guard position, it's taking away some opportunities from the shoot, but the assists, he's averaging close to 5 to 6 assists a game. He is just doing all of those things that you need him to do.
I tell you what, that's shooting-wise, it's taken from him, but this ball handling and running our team like a point guard should do, I think he's doing an excellent job with that.
What I like about it, too, is the fact that he doesn't seem to mind to do that. He just wants to do what's best to win for the team.
He doesn't mind, but I think Kobe, we really need for him. He can break out and have an excellent shooting game, and that's kind of what we need from him. But he's trying to run the point and do all the right things. But it might be a breakout game where he has to put the ball in the basket tonight.
When you look at it with somebody that Brent and I have talked about all season long, who I think is the X factor in a game like tonight, it's going to be Preston Clary. I think Preston has played solid all year long. This is one of those games where he might need to go a little bit above that steadiness that we have seen.
Preston, and like me and Dave Morrison said, Fred is our glue guy. You know, he has to go a step above, like you just said. He got to be the man on the floor and prove that he's one of the best players on the floor tonight.
All right, let's talk about this matchup. You've got South Charleston, a ball club that we played one time this year. They beat us at our place 51-42 in a game that you look back, I would say probably the worst play game we've played all year long. We didn't shoot the ball well. We didn't get some defensive stops that we needed to. But when you look closer at that game, still 3 minutes to go in the game, it was like a 2 or 3 point game. We were still in it, even though we didn't play our best.
I thought we let them out tough us in our own building. They killed us on the glass. But like you said, we still was in the game. We didn't knock down shots, like you said. We didn't guard them on that 3-point line. They hit some wide open looks. So that's stuff we got to do tonight in order to win the game.
I know that when you look at it defensively for us, as I've talked to you, I've talked to Coach Folks, and said plain and simple, it doesn't matter who scores, how many points we score. At the end of the day, if we out-rebound them, we win. If they out-rebound us, they win. That's what it comes down to in this game, isn't it?
I think it comes down to rebounding. Like before we get off the bus, I say it's going to be a war. And what I'm really talking about is rebounding. You know, you got to stick your nose in there and battle. Like, you know, you got to leave it out all on the line tonight. Ain't no tomorrow.
I know it's one of those things that you tell your guys in practice, hey, get to the glass, everybody rebound. But tonight, that is so much important. You've got to find where they're on the floor, no matter if it's the guards or wherever, and box them out and hold them to one opportunity.
Everybody got to block out. Everybody got to go rebound. We got to get those 50-50 balls to hit the floor. You know, we just got to be aggressive that way, Freddie.
All right, let's talk a little bit about what you tell your guys getting ready for this matchup tonight. What has been the vibe like in practice over the past couple of days, getting ready to come on the road here and try to get this win?
The vibe's been good, Freddie. We done had some good practices. We just tell them now, just do or die, survive, and advance. So, you know, you just got to be ready to play.
I know you've got some young guys on this team, too, that maybe haven't been in this position on the road in a regional game with the state tournament on the line. How important is us to get off to a good start early in this game to maybe kind of settle some of those nerves?
But we got guys that's been in this war, so they know what it feels like. You know, it's different being on the road this year, but they've been in battle, so they should be ready to play.
All right, Coach, what do you want to see from your team tonight?
Freddie already said it. We got to rebound, we got to hit shots, and we got to make sure we guard them and make it hard on them.
All right, buddy. Wish you the best of luck tonight. Thanks once again. This will be the last time we have an official interview. Hopefully we'll talk at the state tournament with a win here tonight. But thanks for taking the time out to talk to us, and wish you the best of luck, and let's get back to Charleston.
Thank you, Freddie. We really appreciate everything that you and Brent do on the radio, you know, promoting our team. And if it wasn't for you guys, you know, Beckley wouldn't know anything about Beckley basketball. So we really appreciate everything that you guys do.
I appreciate you, Coach. Let's go get that win.
Thank you, Freddie. Once a flying eagle, always a flying eagle.
Hey, Coach Ron Kidd of the Beckley Flying Eagles. We come back. We continue in our pregame show here on the Big Dog, 99.5 WJLS.
Back here at the South Charleston Community Center. No, we're not at a concert. We're getting ready for a basketball game. South Charleston and Beckley getting ready to do battle here tonight. And this matchup, it's tough to try to get a gauge of what this game will go because it is so up in the air. Both teams are so evenly matched.
It's going to be a game of runs, and really it comes down to who can start and initiate the tempo. I think you'll see South Charleston. I don't think they want to run necessarily with Beckley, but I think they want to challenge Beckley at times in transition. And these are two very well-coached teams, so I think you've got to look at both coaches throwing everything out the window today of, okay, when we make a shot, we're going to get into a full-court pressure, but on a missed shot, we're going to jump in a half-court or three-quarter court zone. So look at different ways that teams are going to play. Both of these teams are going to play their zone defenses.
Beckley has won 8 games in a row, but have scored at least 70 points 7 games in a row. During that stretch, Beckley is averaging 84 points per game. Defense, not doing bad. Their defense is averaging giving up 53 points per game. So when you look at that for Beckley, the offense has been playing very well. Defense has been playing well. That's got to continue tonight. Would I love to see an 84-52 win tonight? Yeah, but it's not going to happen.
Right.
You know, I'm really thinking if this game gets out of the 60s, I'll be surprised.
I agree. And I mean, Beckley only scoring 42 points in the last matchup, and South Charleston only scoring 51. And that's always that key number for Beckley from a defensive standpoint is can you hold your opponent to around that 50-point mark. I think this game gets into the 60s tonight. I'll be surprised if 60s to 50s. I'll be surprised if it's in that 40 range. But you look at some of those numbers for Beckley over the last couple of weeks, and obviously I think the assist number is inflated a little bit in the last couple games just because you've had so many of them. But the last game against South Charleston, Beckley only had 4 assists in the ball game, and they haven't had another game since then where they had less than 10. So that's another key factor for Beckley to be able to move the ball around against this lengthy South Charleston defense.
That's a big key tonight for Beckley, is how to make sure you make those passes for this to compensate for this length that South Charleston has against Beckley.
And watching some of the film back and then looking at the numbers from the previous box score, Beckley only had 5 turnovers in the game. And so what that tells me is the ball was being dribbled a little bit too much of Beckley. South Charleston jumped from zone to man in that matchup, and so Beckley maybe wasn't making those extra passes that we're used to making into the great shot after a good shot. And so that's a key that Beckley needs to value the possession of the ball, as we mentioned before we went to the previous break, and just attack the rim.
Look at it for Jalen coming into this game tonight. Jalen is shooting 69% from the floor on the season, averaging 10 rebounds per game. But this game, and I know he's went up against some guys that have been taller than him this year. Matter of fact, most of the games, their biggest guy is bigger than Jalen, and Jalen's been able to handle themselves. But with this South Charleston team being as athletic and big as they are, Jalen's speed might be, I don't want to say canceled out a little bit, but that quick first move won't be as explosive as what we've seen.
He needs to pick his times where he uses it. If Jalen gets the ball in that low block where he likes to, after everybody clears out and you kind of have your 2-man game on one side of the court, when Jalen turns and faces, he's got to be aware of where those other South Charleston defenders are, because this is going to be textbook defense that Coach Daniels throws at Beckley of, okay, once Walton turns, make him shoot that initial shot. Once he puts the ball on the floor, that's when we attack and swarm him. And that's where we've seen Jalen struggle at times this year of turning the ball over, is when he puts the ball on the floor, and that's when guys attack. So Beckley's got to do a good job at that. I think Beckley should find opportunities to push the ball down the court after a made shot from South Charleston, which would, that's Kobe Dillon's been great at that. And Jalen running the floor, you got to be careful after maybe 1 or 2 turnovers doing that of South Charleston's length.
Here's something that could combat that in a good way for Beckley. Jalen can't shoot the ball from 15 feet out.
Yeah.
So he gets some 15-foot jumpers. I think he's got to try and take that early in the game to establish it. That could opening up to where he can get the ball from 15 feet and make a move to the basket.
That just puts pressure on Kellum, and then that's going to be the matchup, Roman Kellum versus Jalen Walton tonight. And the good thing, I think, I say this initially because it's pregame, they've not made any mistakes yet, you have a veteran official crew from Morgantown that's done a lot of big games. I think you'll see this crew. We joked at Princeton, we probably weren't going to see that crew in Charleston for the state tournament. This crew tonight, I would imagine, I think they've had a couple state championships under their belt, and they've got a big-time game. So how the whistle goes tonight is going to be important as well.
Also very important for this matchup tonight, I think, is getting Kobe Dillon going. As you heard Coach say, being in that point guard position has taken some shots away from Kobe this year, especially from the three-point range. But we all know Kobe can go off and get 7, 8 threes in a game. This might be a game where he needs to do that. This
is a good gym for Kobe, in my opinion. This is a good shooter's gym. You don't necessarily feel like you're too far away from the basket, so you have a little bit deeper range on this floor here in South Charleston, and I think that's important for those entry passes to Jalen. If Kobe's man is going to leave him and dig down on the post, give that thing right back to Kobe and let him knock a couple down without any ball movement having to take place. So the game can flow a little bit if Kobe Dillon's able to knock down a couple shots from deep early on.
As we said, and we've been saying it for a long, long time, Preston Cleary.
Yeah.
He's got to continue to do what Preston Cleary has done all season long. And I said in the interview with Coach, maybe up a little bit, but that consistency that we need, that X factor, is what he is for this ball club, and we need that again tonight.
I challenged him. I went back to the back before the game, and I said 5 offensive rebounds from Preston. You get 5 offensive rebounds from Preston, that means they're focusing on Jalen 1. If Preston doesn't get to 5, I think Jalen's able to get that number up above 5. And Preston is going to be that guy on the defensive end as well that does the extra little things. And you always look for Preston when a team makes a run, whether they knock down a 3. That's going to happen in this ball game where they're going to knock down back-to-back 3s on back-to-back possessions. Preston's always been that guy this year so far for Beckley to attack the rim and get a foul, make some foul shots from the foul line with no time going off the clock, and allow Beckley to kind of slow things down.
Yeah. Should be an interesting matchup. One thing about it, it's going to be a good game. We look forward to that coming up here tonight. It is Beckley. It's South Charleston getting ready for the Regional 3 co-final. We come back. We'll give you the starting lineups and the tip coming up here on the Big Dog, 99.5 WJLS.
South Charleston Community Center. Tonight's contest is the co-finals of Region 3 of the WSSAC tournament. The winner of this game will move on to the state tournament at the Charleston City Center Coliseum next week. Your 2 teams tonight in this contest are the Flying Eagles of Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School and the Flying Eagles of South Charleston High School. Beckley is coached by head coach Ron Kidd. He's assisted by Mike Fox, James Lewis. South Charleston coached by head coach Josh Daniel. Assisted by Coach Jackson, Whitington's Matt Orkin. Ladies and gentlemen, the callers tonight are presented by the South Charleston Air Force Junior ROTC. Carrying the American flag tonight is First Lieutenant Austin Reynolds. The American State flag tonight is Airman Catalina Crean. The American Guardsman, Airman Kieran Ramsey. And the State Guardsman tonight is Airman Dustin Pierce. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Now, ladies and gentlemen, your starting lineups for tonight's contest. Beckley substitution, number 20, A.J. Thomas.
Yesterday, if you pull up to your opposing arena and he says, let's get ready for war. So these guys tonight get ready for war.
Beckley wearing the maroon uniforms, white numbers, gray trim. Beckley across the front, South Charleston in the home whites, orange numbers, black trim. Roman Kellum will jump center against Jalen Walton. We're ready to go. Beckley going left to right. Ball in the air, tip. Well, not yet. Ball in the air, tip controlled by the Beckley Flying Eagles. And we're underway. Kobe Dillon brings it across the midcourt stripe. Between the circles, man-to-man defense by South Charleston. Give it off to Preston Clary. Preston looking, takes it to the right. Now down the center of the lane. Jump pass over to Kobe on the left side. Kobe back over to Preston. Preston, quick move through the lane. Fires a jumper from 15 feet, partially blocked by Saunders. But the loose ball picked up and stolen by A.J. Thomas. A.J. knocks it out of bounds. It will go to South Charleston, but great hustle. Nope, they're going to give it to Beckley. Out of bounds, off of South Charleston. Great hustle by A.J. Thomas.
That's what we like to see. Good energy by A.J. Thomas. Preston Clary early on. Great job, scrappy play by A.J.
All right, Kobe Dillon has it left side. Bounce pass goes off to Preston. Preston, pass up top now. Gives it off to Jalen. Right side to Kobe. Now they give it off to Zai. Zai working with the basketball. Takes it top of the key, backs in. We're going to have a foul called on South Charleston. Shady Williams picks up his first foul, first team foul. If that's the way they're going to call,
yeah,
fine.
And that's something that Beckley needs to watch. I mean, he's going to call hands-on fouls. You'll take that if you're Beckley. So a good job early trying to drive gap, but that first foul call, good job for Beckley.
Kobe Dillon has it up top for the Flying Eagles, takes it to the right side. Looking, hands it off to Zai, and Zai stepped out of bounds. Give it over to South Charleston.
Yeah, it's one of those things. You got to capitalize on opportunities. Beckley needs to get a stop here off the turnover.
7-11 the opening quarter. No score. First possession offensively for South Charleston. Right side is Saunders. Picked up by Preston. Now it goes up top to Shady Williams. Williams takes a jumper from 15 feet off the rim twice. No good. Tipped by Kellum to pull down by Jalen. Jalen gives it off to Preston. Now it goes to Zai. Zai top of the key. Brings it over to the right. Gives the pass to Kobe. Quick three on the way. Good. Kobe hits his first three of the game. Beckley up 3-0. 6:40 to go opening quarter. Left side of the floor. Malcolm Brown. Picked up by Jalen. Pass goes left wing. They jump it inside to Kellum. Kellum kicks it back up top to nobody. Ball out of bounds. Yes. It will go over to Beckley. Kobe hustling after it, almost came up with it, but it goes out of bounds and Beckley gets it back.
And the first two possessions for Beckley, they're switching everything, so look for South Charleston to counter that. That time, A.J. Thomas got switched onto Roman Kellum underneath, but A.J. was able to force the turnover on a bad pass.
Left side, Kobe Dillon has it for Beckley. Kobe gets the pick from Jalen, top of the key, right side goes to Preston. Preston now takes it to the free throw line. He'll back it out, picks up his dribble, gives it off now to Jalen. Down in the corner, Jalen looking, gives it back over to Preston. Preston, top of the key, through the lane, layup with the right hand, off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Kellum for South Charleston. Gives it off to Saunders. Saunders brings it up on the left side, through the lane, jump pass down to the corner, jumper for three, up and good by Shady Williams. We're tied at 3, 5:55 to go first quarter. Kobe Dillon up top to A.J. Thomas. A.J. right side finds Preston. Preston up to Zai. Zai bounce pass to Jalen, free throw line. Jalen back in against Roman, kicks it down in the corner to Zai. He's open, fires a three, too strong. Rebound pulled down by Elijah Martin for South Charleston. Gives it up the floor to Shady Williams. Williams jumps the pass over on the left to Saunders. Saunders takes it to the free throw line, jump step, going to have a foul called on Beckley.
Yeah, and that time same official made the same call as what South Charleston got. That time they got Preston Clary with the body check as Saunders was driving to the middle gap. So they're going to call it tight. I think you're going to see a whistle next on either Jalen or Roman Kellum because those two were battling underneath.
5:28 to go first quarter, tied at 3. Malcolm Brown will get it in for South Charleston. Looking, give it in to Roman Kellum. Roman backs in, takes it up strong, scores. Roman's first points of the game. South Charleston up 5-3, 5:20 to go first quarter. Kobe Dillon, up top pass to A.J. Now it goes to Preston. Preston has it on the right side. Working with it against Saunders. Has the ball knocked away. Picks it back up on the floor. Kicks it back. Ball taken away by Shady Williams for South Charleston. Give it on the right side. Jump over three. No good. Rebound pulled up and no good by South Charleston. Rebound pulled down by Kobe Dillon for Beckley. Kobe quickly with it across the timeline. Through the lane. 16-foot jumper good. Kobe's got the 5 points for Beckley. We're tied at 5. 4:45 to go opening quarter. Left side. Elijah Martin swings around to the right side to Zane Saunders. Left side pass to Roman Kellum. Roman against Jalen. Hands it off to Shady Williams. Williams kicks the pass down in the corner to Malcolm Brown. He drives baseline. We're going to call the foul on Beckley for the push.
Yeah, that time A.J. went for, he thought he could get the steal on the cross-court pass. Couldn't quite get there, and so then he was out of position, not able to cut off the baseline, and really Brown just fell on his drive on the baseline, and they got A.J. with the foul.
A.J. picks up his first, second team foul on Beckley. 4:29 to go in this first quarter. We're tied at 5. Inbounds pass goes to Roman Kellum. Left side pass to Saunders. Down now, they work it off to Malcolm Brown. Up top to Shady Williams for 3. No good. Rebound pulled down by A.J. Thomas for Beckley. A.J. shovels the pass up the floor to Preston Clary. Off to Kobe. Long 3 by Kobe. In and out, no good. Jalen, offensive rebound for Beckley. He's going to be fouled.
Yeah, great job. I really like how the officials are managing this game early on. It's high intensity right now, but they're calling the hands foul. That time, Jalen Walton's got up for the rebound, but he was getting drugged down from the South Charleston guy. Man, that Kobe shot, it looked good.
It looked good. It did. 4:11 to go in the first quarter. We're tied at 5. Beckley gets the inbounds pass to Preston Clary. Now he handed off to Kobe. Kobe off to A.J. A.J. up top to Preston Clary. Preston backs out of it. Between the circles, takes it to the right side. Down in the corner, they working around to Zai. Zai at the elbow. Takes it free throw line. Left side, Kobe open for another 3. This one goes. Kobe's got the 8 points for Beckley. 8-5. Flying Eagles up. 3:45 to go first quarter.
And both of those coming off of Zion Hawthorne. Drives to the basket, kick out.
Right side, Malcolm Brown. Works it around. Give it up top to Roman Kellum. Left side pass goes to Saunders. Now they give it off to Shady Williams. Williams through the lane. Offensive foul. No! They don't call a block.
That's going to be A.J.'s second foul.
Boy, it looked like he was there. Second foul on A.J. That will send Saunders to the line. Saunders will be at the line. Zane, 6'7" senior. Free throw, going to be no good off the front of the rim. Second free throw. Good. Saunders makes 1 of 2, 8-6. Beckley with the lead. Flying Eagles with the ball, 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Kobe brings it to the right side. Looking into Jalen, cannot get him the ball. Give it up to A.J. Left side pass goes to Zai. Zai looking. Takes a couple of dribbles. Takes it to the baseline. Backs in against Williams. Now, quick move to the baseline. Puts it up off glass and scores. Zai Hawthorne scores his first bucket of the game. Beckley up by 4, 10-6. 3:10 to go first quarter. Left side of the floor. Malcolm Brown. Gives it off to Shady Williams. Williams down to the baseline. Kicks it over to Kellum. Roman looking. Looks around to the right side now. to Elijah Martin. Jumper by Saunders for three, good. Cannot let him shoot that three. He's 6'7", but he can shoot. 10-9, Beckley up by one. Preston Clary gives it off to Kobe. 2:45 to go first quarter.
Yeah, Beckley's got some opportunities to steal those passes. They're trying to set ball screens away from the play.
Preston Clary through the lane for Beckley. Pump fakes a couple of times, gets it out to Kobe. Kobe takes it inside, puts it up, and won't go. Rebound pulled down by Roman Kellum for South Charleston. Gets it up the floor now. Malcolm Brown through the lane, floater won't go. Jalen, rebound for Beckley.
Oh,
They're
no
going to call
way.
a foul on Beckley.
And that was just a good sell by Roman Kellum because the play was already gone. Roman just went up for the rebound, and they're calling Preston Clary for putting his body on Roman Kellum as he fell to the floor.
Preston now has two. Zy Hawthorne checks out as Lucas Rainey comes in.
Yeah,
2:22 to go in this first quarter. Beckley up by one, 10-9. And bounce pass will go to Roman Kellum, working against Jalen. Roman backs in, skips it on the left side. Ball knocked away by Beckley, but picked up. Inside, baseline jumper, up off the rim, no good by Malcolm Brown, and Beckley gets the rebound. Preston Clary brings it up for the Flying Eagles. Preston and AJ's got to play smart with two fouls. Left side pass goes to Kobe. Kobe, left side, will go now to Preston. Preston, free throw line, pass down to the corner to Lucas Rainey, fires a three, won't go. There's AJ Thomas, tips it up and in. The smallest guy on the floor gets the offensive rebound and scores. Beckley back up 12-9, a minute 45 to go in this first quarter. Shady Williams, hounded by Kobe Dillon, gets the pass to Kellum. Now it goes up top to Saunders. Saunders, step back. Down to the corner goes to Kellum. Kellum takes a couple of dribbles inside, takes it up strong and scores. Roman Kellum's got four. They got a timeout that they called by South Charleston. 30-second timeout. A minute 26 to go in the first quarter. Beckley up 12-11. Good start by Beckley. And what we had known would be a very emotional and high energy game. We've seen that.
Very, very intense right now, and surprised you're trusting Preston Clary and AJ Thomas. Those are two guys you can trust. You could both with two fouls right now here in the first quarter, and Beckley just has to be smart on the defensive end. I think there's opportunities there for Beckley to get steals. If you're Beckley, you want to allow Kellum to catch it around the three-point line. He's not going to be your threat around there. That time Jalen got up underneath him, and it gave him a driving lane to get that layup.
Boris Porter checks into the game for South Charleston. Minute 26 to go in the first quarter. Beckley up 12-11.
And right now stats are identical with a minute 25 here in the first. Beckley's 5 of 11 from the floor. South Charleston 4 of 10. Beckley winning the rebounding battle 6-5 right now.
Kobe Dillon brings it up the floor for Beckley. Kobe takes it over to the right, gets the pick, now down through the lane, reverse layup try no good, but he gets it back. They're going to say he's out of bounds when he touched it, and he give it back over to South Charleston. Great move to the basket by Kobe, good defense by South Charleston.
I tell you, they're being quick on the whistle on the perimeter, but when you get underneath the basket, they're not calling the body contact.
Porter has it for South Charleston. Give it up top to Roman Kellum. Kellum picked up by Jalen. Right side goes to Porter. Now it goes up top. Take it down through the lane. Layup is going to be good by Shady Williams. He's got 5, and South Charleston takes the lead 13-12. Back the other way. Jalen is fouled. No call by the official underneath the basket, but the trailing official called the foul. They call it on Beckley.
Set 23.
They said as a 23. Huh?
They got Zane Saunders there.
Okay, so Zane Saunders picks up his first. He did come over and say 23.
Yeah.
Jalen makes the first free throw, right? Did he make that?
Yes.
All right, so we're tied at 13. Jalen will have one more. Free throw, good. Jalen makes them both. First 2 points of the game for Jalen. Beckley up 14-13, 45 seconds to go in the quarter. Tavares Porter picked up by Zimes, back into the game for Beckley. Pass goes over on the right side of the floor to Elijah Martin. Looking, give it off to Saunders. Picked up by Preston. Saunders backs it out, 27 seconds to go in the quarter. Through the lane, jumper on the way, no good, but a foul will be called on Zai. Zai picks up his first. Shady Williams for South Charleston actually pushed off before he went up for the shot, but they called the foul on Zai, his first.
And Zai's battling a little bit of an injury, sore back, and Shady Williams also coming off of a game where he didn't play last week against Parkersburg South as he rolled his ankle against Huntington in South Charleston's recent week. So look for these two guys to battle.
Free throw good by Williams, and we're tied. Tied at 14, 23 seconds to go in the quarter. Second free throw on the way by Williams is good. South Charleston takes the 1-point lead, 15-14, 23 seconds to go in the quarter. Kobe brings it up the floor for Beckley. Has a top of the key pass, goes to Preston Clary. Preston yo-yoing the basketball with 15 seconds, gives it back over to Kobe with 12. Kobe with 10. Bounce pass goes to Zai with 7. Zai has it with 5. Quick move, top of the key with 3. Zai down the left side of the lane will be fouled on the drive by Tavares Porter. That's his first.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good foul call there. As Zai was trying to get underneath the basket, Porter was kind of keeping his leverage underneath Zion's legs, so good call there by the official.
1.9 seconds left. Kobe will get an inbounds for Beckley. Looking down to the corner to Zai. Fires a three as a horn sounds off the front of the rim, no good. And we have played 1 quarter of basketball here at South Charleston with your score. South Charleston 15, Beckley 14. Back at this time.
Basketball is back on the Big Dog, 99.5 WJLS.
Back here at South Charleston Community Center, Beckley trailing 15-14. South Charleston has the ball. Right side of the floor, Malcolm Brown gives it up top to Saunders. Work the pass inside, ball knocked away, almost stolen by Beckley. But out of bounds, last touch by the Flying Eagles, so South Charleston will have it. Tavares Porter will get it inbounds. Porter looking. Lines left side, Malcolm Brown. Malcolm takes it back. Gives a pass on the right side to Porter. Now it goes to Saunders. Zane, left side pass to Roman Keller. Right side of the floor, long three on the way, no good by Elijah Martin. Rebound pulled down by Beckley. Kobe Dillon brings it up the floor on the left side for the Flying Eagles. Beckley down by 1, 15-14. Kobe, up top pass goes to Zai. Zai fires a long three, top of the key, off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by South Charleston. Malcolm Brown will be whistled for travel. The ball goes back to the Flying Eagles.
Yeah, and that's a third turnover for South Charleston here in the first half, so Beckley's got to capitalize on these turnovers. I'm okay with Zion's shot there. I don't think it's what Beckley necessarily wanted, but a little bit outside the three-point line. The defender sagged off of him, expecting the drive, so that allows Zion to kind of dictate how the defender's going to play him.
Kobe Dillon has the left side for Beckley. Bounce pass goes in to Jalen. Jalen, quick move, pump fakes, takes it up strong, score.
There you go.
16-15, Beckley back up by 1. Jalen's got 4. 6:50 to go here in the first half. Right side of the floor, Porter has it. Takes it to the baseline. Gives it up top to Roman Keller. Left side pass will go now to Malcolm Brown. Malcolm up top pass to Elijah Martin. Right side to Sanders. Sanders backs in. Gives it down in the corner to Brown. Malcolm. Check that, Elijah Martin. Give it up top to Roman Keller. Left side goes to Brown. Brown takes a couple of dribbles through the lane, pushes the jumper up and scores. First points from Malcolm Brown. 17-16, South Charleston up by 1. Kobe brings it right side for Beckley. Gives the pass off to Zai. Zai has it left side. Quick move to the elbow. Backs in. Gives it off to Jalen. Now hand it off to Kobe. Kobe left side to Preston. Preston looking around. Takes it down the center of the lane. Spins to get Saunders. Puts it up. No foul called. Rebound pulled down by South Charleston. Back the other way. Kellum. They call the foul on Kobe. How in the world they call that, but not call what happened to Preston. 5:51 to go in this first half of play. Roman Kellum at the line to shoot 2. Beckley down by 1, 17-16. Free throw, good. One more free throw coming for Roman Kellum. He's got 5 points in the game. Free throw good. Makes them both. 19-16. South Charleston up by 3. 5:45 to go here in the first half of play. Jalen working against Roman. Takes a couple of dribbles. Spins. Pump fakes. Pump fakes again. Takes it up and scores.
That should be an and one right there. They can't guard him down there.
19-18. Beckley down by 1. 5:25 to go in this first half. Malcolm Brown also removed. Fires a jumper as a blocked out of bounds by Zai. .20 to go in the first half of play. Beckley down by 1, 19-18. Inbounds pass. We'll give it on the right side to Saunders. Now off to Malcolm Brown. Inside pass taken away by Zai. Here come the Flying Eagles. Zai Hawthorne brings it up. Takes it down the left side of the lane. Layup off the glass, no good. Tapped up and no good. And a foul call. Preston will go to the line.
Yeah, very good job there, Preston Clary. Zion made up his mind once he got the ball that he was attacking the rim. Really could have got a foul call as he attacked. Zion hit the floor hard, but Preston Clary there to follow up almost with the and one. But A.J. Thomas early in the first quarter with a putback offensive rebound. That time, Preston Clary attacking the glass.
Beckley down by 1. 5:08 to go in the first half. Preston Clary at the line to shoot 2. First one on the way. No good off the back of the rim. Tell you how dark it is in this gym. I had to get a new pen because my old red one ran out of ink. I thought it was red. It's purple.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell. Second free throw. Good. Preston makes 1 of 2. I'm telling you, flashlights might not be a bad thing. Tied at 19, 5-minute mark in the first half. Elijah Martin, or Shady Williams rather, fires a 3, top of the key. No, 2-point field goal, footless on the line. There's a 2, 21-19, Beckley down by 2, 4:45 to go in this first half. Inside pass for Beckley, gives it to Jalen. Jalen has the ball knocked away by Kellum, picked up by Williams. Williams through the lane, layup, good. He's got 11. Beckley down by 4, 23-19. 4.5 minutes to go first half. Kobe Dillon works it around to Preston. Preston behind the back dribble. Works it around now to AJ. Or check that. AJ getting ready to check in. Kobe has it now. Gives it off to Zai. Zai spins through the lane. Forces the jumper up. No good. Rebound pulled down by South Charleston. Tavares Porter brings it up the floor. Working against Zai. Ball almost stolen by Lucas, but picked up, and we're going to whistle a foul call on the drive.
And now that's going to be Zion's second foul as well.
Zai's got 2. Lucas Rainey comes out as AJ comes in.
So now you got Zion with 2, Preston Clary with 2, and A.J. Thomas with 2.
We have a timeout called by Beckley. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take it. 4-minute mark of the first half. Beckley trailing 23-19. Back in this timeout on the Big Dog, 99.5 WJLS.
25-19. 4 minutes ago here in the second quarter, Freddie was trying to eavesdrop on the huddle over there, see what Coach Kidd was trying to tell the guys.
I think he's just trying to settle them down a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's 23-19, 4-point lead. Beckley's got to play smart, too, because now you got 3 players with 2 fouls.
Well, this is South Charleston's largest lead, and I think you could feel the momentum start to shift a little bit. I mean, the game's already seen 9 lead changes here in the first half already. So Beckley had a 4-point lead at 10-6, and now South Charleston with a 23-19 lead, and that's the largest lead both teams have had.
Bounce pass for South Charleston goes in the backcourt to Shady Williams. He's got 11 points here in this first half. Williams takes it up top. Through the lane, step through, jumper off glass, won't go. A.J. Thomas gets the rebound for Beckley. He goes down to the ground along with Jalen, and they give it off to Zion. Now Jalen's getting up slow, holding his back. Left side, Kobe Dillon. Kobe works it off to Zion. Ball out of bounds over to Beckley. We got one there.
We got lucky there. Nobody go over there and tell them anything different. Beckley was fortunate there.
A.J. Thomas will get it in.
I really think Kobe slipped because they left all the chlorine from the pool in the locker room, and Kobe tried to drive right there and couldn't get his footing.
Yep. It was definitely a wet locker room. Right side, Preston takes the 3. Pass left side, Kobe. He'll take the 3 off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by South Charleston. South Charleston started taking control of the boards as well.
That was a good look for Kobe. Great job, Preston Clary, passing up a good shot to get a great one, just didn't fall.
Porter, bounce pass, over now to Roman Kellum. Skips it left side to Elijah Martin. Elijah takes it in, spins, pump fakes, takes it up, and scores. 25-19, Beckley down, 2:55 to go first half. A.J. Thomas, pass to the left side to Zion. Zion takes it baseline, fires the jumper up and out, no good. Rebound, saved out of bounds by A.J., but out of bounds over to South Charleston. South Charleston will get the ball. Beckley down by 6, 25-19, 2:40 to go in this first half. Beckley has only scored 5 points this quarter.
It's a massive last 2 minutes of this ball game.
Up top, Roman Kellum works on the right side to Saunders. Saunders lobs the pass over and
good catch. Hey, good catch. I like that.
I was going to shoot it.
I was telling the ref which way it was going. I made sure you had it.
I made sure I did too. Just to make sure there was no difference. All right, Taylor Williams will come into the game for Beckley. He's checking out. Zion checks out. 2:28 to go in this first half. Beckley down 25-19. Taylor Williams will get the ball in bounds to Kobe.
Right now, Beckley not with a lot of offense on the floor. Taylor Williams and A.J. Thomas, so got to rely on Kobe Dillon and Jalen Walton here.
Up top, Kobe through the lane, trying to get the pass off. It was kicked by South Charleston up the floor. It goes off to Saunders, won't go. Kobe gets the rebound for Beckley. Kobe brings it up the floor, works the pass, stolen away by South Charleston. They give it off to Williams, lays it up, misses the layup, and the rebound pulled down by Beckley. Preston Clary, right side. A.J., 3, too strong. Rebound pulled down by Kellum with 1:55 to go. And then A.J. almost stole the ball again out of bounds back over to South Charleston.
Yeah, A.J.'s being lurky around the ball. That safety in him is finding the ball. He's came close to multiple steals. Beckley's kind of got to weather this storm right now and keep battling.
Minute 45 to go in the half. Beckley down 25-19. Porter, pass to the right side to Williams. Williams gives it up to Elijah Martin. Left side of the floor goes to Porter. Porter gives it inside, take it up strong to score. There's Roman Kellum. We got the mismatch, and Roman scores. Minute 25, Beckley down by 8. Beckley needs a basket here. Jalen trying to make room, backs in, shoots off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Kellum for South Charleston. Bring it up the floor, pass, going to be taken away by Preston Clary. He'll stop, fire the 3, off the rim, no good. Now Beckley gets the rebound. Kobe's jumper, no good. Rebound pulled down by South Charleston, stolen by Preston, who puts it up and in. Preston's got 3. And what do we got? No timeout. I don't know why they stopped. 27-21. Beckley down by 6. Roman Kellum has it up top. Gives it off now to Williams. Open, fires a 3. No good. Rebound, long. And Taylor Williams could not save it out of bounds and gives it back over to South Charleston. Stop checks into the game for Beckley. And coming out will be Taylor Williams with 44 seconds to go here in the first half. Beckley down 27-21.
Got to get a stop here. I think South Charleston may try to hold for the last shot if they don't get an open look out the inbound.
Bounce pass goes to Williams. Williams hounded by Jalen. Gives it up top to Elijah Martin. Now it goes to Saunders. Saunders right side to Williams. Williams through the lane. Kicks the pass down to the corner to Porter. Bounce pass over on the right to Elijah. 25 seconds to go in the half. Ball knocked away. Stolen by Beckley. Preston Clary up the floor to Kobe. Lays it up and scores. 27-23. 15 seconds to go in the first half. Saunders works it around to Williams. Williams with 7 seconds. Gets the pick. Picks the pass over to Saunders with 3. Saunders with 2. Rises up. Fires the jumper. No good. JJ gets the rebound. Horn sound. We've played one half of basketball here at the South Charleston Community Center with your score. South Charleston 27. Beckley 23. Back in this timeout on the Big Dog. 99.5 WJLS. Give a shout out to buddy Scott Hill listening tonight. Scott listening in Arizona. Listening to us.
It's a good place to be. I mean,
he went out to Arizona to watch baseball.
Well, he went out to Arizona and the weather got nice here in West Virginia.
Yep.
But it is a good replacement watching some spring baseball.
He's watching spring baseball, but he's watching the Reds.
Well, that's the right team to be watching.
No, he's in Florida watching the Braves.
I grew up giving my papa a hard time because I said it's their year this year, and it quite has never been their year since since the Big Red Machine in the 70s.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we're at the half. 27-23, South Charleston with the lead, but Beckley did a great job after being down by 8 points to cut that in half here at the end of the first half, and able to be down by 4, 27-23. So we look at scoring by quarters. South Charleston outscored Beckley 15-14 in the first, 12-9 in the second. Beckley trails 27-23 here at the break. We look at individual scoring for South Charleston. Shady Williams has 11. Roman Kellum has 8. Elijah Martin with 2. Zane Saunders has got 4. Malcolm Brown with 2. For Beckley, led in the first half of play by the 10 points from Kobe Dillon. Cy Hawthorne with 2. Preston Clary with 3. Jalen Walton has got 6. That's the scoring for Beckley here in this first half. Beckley down 27-23. We come back. We'll take a look at it team-wise for you after this break. You're on the Big Dog, 99.5 WJLS.
They're sure. Beckley basketball on the Big Dog, 99.5 WJLS.
Back here at South Charleston. Beckley down 27-23 here at the break. Brent's got the numbers for you from the first half.
Yeah, that was an intense first half, and both teams, I think you saw 10 lead changes there in the first half. Beckley's largest lead of the half was up to 4, and then South Charleston was able to push their lead up to 8, and then Beckley able to end the half on a 4-0 run to make it a 4-point deficit here at the break. So Beckley, looking at South Charleston first, they were 10 of 23 from the floor, shooting 43%. They were 2 of 6 from behind the three-point line, shooting 33%. Both of their three-point attempts or three-point makes, just like Beckley, came in the first quarter. Neither team made a 3 in the second quarter. South Charleston was 5 of 6 from the foul line, shooting 83%. Only 1 offensive rebound, and that was a highlight for Beckley. Coming into this ball game was limiting South Charleston on the glass, and Beckley doing that so far. 11 defensive rebounds, but Beckley winning the rebounding battle right now, 15-12. Beckley called for 7 fouls there in the first half. South Charleston with 5. South Charleston 8 turnovers in the half. Beckley with 7 turnovers. And looking at Beckley's from the floor, Beckley was 9 of 27, shooting 33%. They were 2 of 10 from behind the three-point line, shooting 20%, 0 of 4 there in the second quarter. Kobe Dillon, both of those threes came early on in the first quarter, so a good job there. Beckley attacking the glass, 6 offensive rebounds, 6 second chance points there for Beckley. Credit A.J. Thomas, Preston Clary, a couple shout-outs. Looking at the foul situation, Zion Hawthorne, Preston Clary, A.J. Thomas, all with 2 fouls. A.J. and Preston picked those up midway through the first quarter. Good job there, not picking up another one in the second quarter. A lot of credit goes towards Kobe Dillon, 2 of 4 from behind the three-point line, 10 points and 5 rebounds. And so that's a key that the guards have to be able to rebound when Jalen is battling underneath. They're going to go and attack and put bodies on Jalen, so that leaves one of the guards open to attack the glass. Preston Clary, not great from the floor, 1 of 5 right now from the floor, but he's battling. 3 points, 3 rebounds, 3 steals, so he is all over the floor right now for Beckley. A.J. Thomas as well.
Yeah, A.J. doing that job. He probably could have had about 6 or 7 steals if he didn't step out of bounds.
Exactly, yeah. I wish I could have credited to him. A.J. right now, 2 points and 5 rebounds and 2 offensive rebounds, so he's doing a great job attacking the glass. Beckley has got to come out strong. They finished that half strong. I think if you're South Charleston, you're a little disappointed you didn't push that lead up there towards the end. Beckley caught some breaks, but now Beckley's got to capitalize on this momentum.
Beckley trailing South Charleston 27-23 at the break. When we come back, we'll have second half for you. This time out on the Big Dog, 99.5 WJLS.
For over 50 Dog, 99.5 WJLS.
Back here at South Charleston Community Center, getting ready for second half action. Beckley trailing South Charleston 27-23, but the last couple of minutes in that first half, Beckley was down by 8. They've cut it down to 4.
Yeah, and that was a good couple minutes there for Beckley. Really, they turned the ball over back-to-back possessions, and South Charleston not able to capitalize and make the layup attempt underneath the basket, and then Beckley able to come down. A big play by Preston Clary with the putback and a steal. So really, you got to continue this momentum, and now this is when it turns into this third quarter is going to be a game of runs. Who can push this thing out? Then when you get in the fourth quarter, it is very much a back-and-forth game of possessions.
Beckley will have the ball as we start this third quarter of play. A.J. Thomas will get it in bounds. Will do so to Zy Hawthorne. Zy brings it across the timeline, gives it to Kobe, down to the corner to Jalen, quickly back over to Zy. Zy down in the corner to Kobe. Thought about the 3, takes it baseline, looking, bounce pass to Jalen, gives it back off to Kobe. Kobe now takes it to the elbow, kicks it over to Zy. Zy back inside to Jalen. We got a foul called on Roman Kellum on the entry pass.
Yeah, that's his first foul, and great job. Beckley out of the initial timeout, or out of the inbounds play. Zion Hawthorne at the 1, Kobe Dillon at the 2, trying to get Kobe an open shot.
Inbounds pass up top from Kobe to Jalen. Works it around to A.J. A.J. left side will go to Kobe, fires a 3, buries it.
There you go.
Kobe hits his third 3 of the game, his 13th point. Beckley down by 1, 27-26. South Charleston's Malcolm Brown takes it to the left, gets a pass off to Elijah Martin. Back down to Brown, down in the corner. Brown takes a couple of dribbles, rises up over A.J., misses the jumper, rebound pulled down by Jalen for Beckley. Give it off to Zy. Zy brings it up the floor. Takes it to the left. Now looking with it between the circles. Takes it back down the left side of the lane, rises up, jumper short. Rebound by Preston, knocks it out of bounds, off of South Charleston. It will stay with Beckley. Beckley with the ball. Down in the corner, we're going to whistle a foul called on South Charleston. Shady Williams will pick up the foul.
Yeah, that'll be Shady's second foul. So early on, Beckley doing a good job forcing the officials to make a call. And they didn't get it some in the first half, but now forcing the issue, trying to get to the basket, making South Charleston put hands on them.
Beckley underneath the basket. Kobe Dillon will get it in bounds. Looking. Still looking, finds a cutting Preston Clary, lays it up, no good, but he's fouled. Roman Kellum just picked up his second foul. That's going to send Preston to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, back-to-back possessions for Roman Kellum picking up his foul. Really good execution for Beckley on the out-of-bounds play. South Charleston's attention was going towards Zion as he was going towards the ball at the wing. Preston Clary slipped on the backside and was able to get open.
Preston's got 2 free throws coming. Beckley down by 1, 27-26. Free throw by Preston, off the rim, rolls around and falls through. Preston now with 4 in the game. And we got a tie ball game. Second free throw. Good. Preston makes them both. Beckley up 28-27. Beckley on, what, a
8-0 run.
8-0 run?
Yeah.
6:40 to go, third quarter. Malcolm Brown left side to Saunders. Back inside. Jumper is up and in by Elijah Martin. He's fouled. A.J. just picks up his third.
Yeah, A.J. got caught in between. He rotated back, was trying to help the helper. Zion gambled on the pass, and it wasn't there for him to steal. A.J. was trying to take the charge, was just a little late, and then got called for the bump foul.
So Elijah at the line, trying to complete a three-point play. Free throw, banks it in. 30-28, South Charleston up by 2. 6.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Kobe Dillon, crossover move, takes it to the baseline, lays it up off glass, scores. Great move by Kobe Dillon. He's got 5 in the quarter. Beckley ties it up at 30. 6:20 to go, third quarter, right side, open for 3, no good. Rebound pulled down by Jalen. Gives it off to Kobe. Coach Ron Kidd saying, let's go, let's run, let's get after it. Kobe brings it up the floor, has it on the left, works it around to Preston. Preston takes it to the elbow, kicks the pass right side. Zai open for 3, too strong. Zalen gets the offensive rebound. Jalen looking with it, and it's taken away by South Charleston. Roman Kellum, up top pass to Martin. Works it around, ball through the fingertips of Shady Williams, but he picks it up. Shady fires the jumper for 2, off the rim, no good. A.J. Thomas gets the rebound for Beckley. A.J. brings it up the floor, top of the key, left side pass, Kobe. Open, 3.
Hey!
Kobe's got 8 points this quarter. Kobe's got 4 threes in the game. Beckley up 33-30, 5:25 to go, third quarter. Left side, Saunders takes it to the right side. Gives the pass on the left now to Elijah Martin. Now they work with it to Malcolm Brown. Back on the right side to Roman Kellum. Now it goes to Saunders. Saunders, bounce pass in. Oh, they're going to call the foul on Preston. Preston picks up his third.
Yeah, now you got Preston Clary and A.J. Thomas both with 3 fouls with 5 minutes to go. So similar song and dance that you had in the first quarter. They have to be smart as Coach Kidd is not going to the bench right now.
Bounce pass. We'll work it around for South Charleston to Saunders. Now it goes to Malcolm Brown. Up top pass to Shady Williams. Williams, right side to Elijah Martin. Fires a long 3. In and out, no good. Rebound pulled down by Jalen Walton for Beckley. Jalen gives it up the floor now to Kobe Dillon. Kobe between the circles. Right side to Zai. Zai, quick move through the lane. Layup. Good. It is foul. Roman Kellum now has 3 as Zai Hawthorne takes it in, lays it up, and has a chance for a three-point play.
And I like what the official did there. Really, he had hand contact on Zion initially from the drive, but he let the play continue because Zion beat him off the dribble. Zion was able to get to the rim and draw the foul. Let's see if he can convert the and one. Great play by Zion.
Zion with his 4th point of the game, 74% free throw shooter, left-handed junior, misses it. Rebound pulled down by Elijah Martin for South Charleston. Beckley up 35-30. 4:40 to go, third quarter. Left side of the floor, Shady Williams gives a pass off to Zane Saunders. Back it goes to Williams. He'll step into a 3, no good. Rebound pulled down by Jalen for Beckley. Jalen gives it off to Kobe. Kobe brings it up the floor. Looking at the defense by the South Charleston Blacking. He'll find right side. Preston Clary. Preston gives it inside to Jalen. Jalen backing in against Elijah. Here comes the double team. Jalen spins out of it and scores. Jalen's got 8. Timeout call by South Charleston. The Beckley Flying Eagles are up 37-30. And the timeout called, it will be, make sure, 30-second timeout.
We'll keep it here.
Yeah, we'll keep it here.
Man, what a momentum starter for Beckley. And you got to give this Beckley crowd credit because they came down. They've almost got more people here than this South Charleston crowd, and they're making their presence felt. So really good start to this quarter for Beckley. South Charleston trying to mitigate some of this run for Beckley, but Beckley is inserting their dominance. Physically, South Charleston beat them in the first matchup. Beckley's not allowing that right now.
37-30, Beckley up by 7, 4:15 to go here in the third quarter. Beckley needs another stop here.
Yeah,
How many rebounds real quick do you have, Jalen?
I've got Jalen Walton with 7 rebounds, and at the break, Jalen only had 2, so he's got 5 rebounds here in the first 4 minutes of this quarter.
2 rebounds away from passing Shea Fleener on the third all-time list. 4:13 to go, third quarter. Beckley up by 7. Malcolm Brown, quick move, almost had it stolen by Zai. Picks it up. Saunders fires a 3, top of the key. No good. Rebound tipped out by Cody into the hands of Preston. 3-on-2 break. Left side, A.J. Zai fakes the 3. Now shoots the 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Roman Kellum for South Charleston. Gives it up the floor to Zane Saunders. Zane almost over and back. Instead, they work it around. Left side of the floor to Malcolm Brown. Takes it inside, kicks the pass up to Kellum. Kellum takes it in. He's going to be fouled by Beckley. A.J. or Jalen? Hopefully for Beckley, it's Jalen. If it's A.J., that's his 4th. If it's Jalen, that's his 1st. They call it on A.J.
They called it on A.J.
A.J.'s got 4.
And that's really a tough break for A.J. because A.J. was behind Kellum there when Kellum went up for the shot. And Jalen was the one contesting the field goal. And Kellum did a good job of selling the foul. I mean, really, when he left his feet, he just automatically went down to the floor. So A.J. unfortunately was in a bad spot and picked up that foul.
With 3:40 to go in the third, you have to take A.J. out. Taylor Williams will come in. Free throw by Kellum is good. Kellum 3 of 3 from the line. A.J. checks out, played great. Second free throw, no good. Rebound, fought for, pull down inside, jumper up, no good by Malcolm Brown. Preston gets the rebound for Beckley. He'll give it off to Taylor. Back it goes to Preston. Preston takes it to the right. Works it around to Zion. Beckley up 37-31. Left side, Hawthorne. Through the lane, as they call it, for travel. Took an extra step as he lost control of the ball a little bit, but he did take an extra step.
Yeah, and I think he was expecting to get to the basket. Kellum stepped off of Taylor Williams, which is what happens when you put Taylor on the floor. They're not going to respect Taylor's shot. So look for Taylor to maybe knock one down here soon.
On top, Roman Kellum has it for South Charleston. Left side goes to Saunders. They're working inside. Ball knocked away by Kobe out of bounds. It will stay with South Charleston.
I really like Beckley is switching everything. But those guards, when they're getting matched up on Roman Kellum off of that screen, they're doing an excellent job of getting up the line and forcing bad passes by South Charleston.
Black Eagles will get it in bounds from the corner. Do so up top to Elijah Martin. Left side pass will go to Malcolm Brown. Malcolm picked up by Zion, gives it in to Roman. Roman working against Jalen. Takes a couple of dribbles. Here comes a double team stolen by Beckley Zion Hawthorne. Great job by Zion getting the steal. Zion now brings it up the floor. 2:50 to go here in this third quarter. Beckley up 37-31. Beckley will give it to Kobe. Kobe right side pass to Preston. Preston, quick move to the baseline. Pump fakes, takes it up, no good. Rebound fought for, pulled down by Roman Kellum. Checked out by Saunders for South Charleston. Saunders brings it up the floor through the lane, dumps the pass inside to Kellum, puts it up in, and he's fouled. Call the personal foul on Zai. Zai picks up his third.
Yeah, that's a tough break really for Beckley because you could have called it on any of the 3 Beckley players if you're going to call a foul. And quite frankly, Kellum has found a way to fall on the floor every time he's gone up for a shot. And I think he's getting the officials to, call the foul on him. And there was nothing different from Preston Cleary's attack to the basket than what Roman Kellum just did.
2.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Kellum at the line trying to complete a 3-point play. Free throw, no good. Rebound pulled down by Taylor Williams for Beckley. He'll give it off to Kobe. Kobe brings it up the floor. Beckley up 37-33. Kobe Dillon up top to Preston Clary. Preston yo-yoing the basketball between the circles, takes it down through the lane, puts it up, has his shot blocked out of bounds by Saunders.
I'm okay with Preston doing that. The last time he just wasn't able to get the call. That time he's driving to the basket. Eventually they have got to call the body contact like they are on Beckley.
Kobe Dillon lobs the pass in up top to Jalen Walton. And now they throw it away. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by South Charleston. They give it off to Kellen through the lane, puts it up and in. 37-35, Beckley up by 2. Timeout called by Beckley. 30-second timeout. We got to put AJ back in. He will check back in with 4 fouls. 1:58 to go. 30-second timeout called by Beckley.
And this is what we expected this game to be. It was going to be back and forth. Beckley pushed the lead up 37-30, and South Charleston called a timeout. And since that timeout, South Charleston's gone on a 5-0 run. And it's small amounts of points, but it's a lot of minutes on this court with a lot of intensity. So every possession matters. Beckley that time turning the ball over, resulting in transition bucket for South Charleston.
1:58 to go, third quarter. Beckley up 37-35. Well, you got A.J. Thomas so important in there, but, man, he's got 4 fouls. He's got to play smart. Maybe not as aggressive as we know he likes to play, but he also can take care of the basketball. That might be more important right now for Beckley than the defensive side.
Yeah.
A.J., go ahead.
I can feel A.J. Thomas getting a big charge on the other end of the floor that's going to set this place on fire.
And bounce pass will go to Kobe. Kobe brings it across the midcourt stripe for the Flying Eagles. Takes it left, passes it off to Preston. Preston now looking, finds Jalen. Jalen gives it over now to Zai. Zai, top of the key, pump fakes, fires a jumper up, good. Zai's got 6. Beckley up 39-35, 1:30 to go here in the third quarter.
Good response out of that timeout.
Malcolm Brown takes it to the right for South Charleston, picked up by A.J. Down to the corner goes to Elijah, back it goes to Malcolm Brown. Malcolm, crossover move, takes it through the lane. Turn away, follow away, jumper, no good. Rebound pulled down by Zai Hawthorne for Beckley. Zai brings it up the floor, 1:15 to go here in this third quarter. Zai, quick move through the lane, loses it out of bounds, but it will stay with Beckley. Last touch by South Charleston.
And Beckley looking for the foul call on Zion. I can't imagine Coach Daniels too happy with Malachi Brown taking the fadeaway jump shot when he's getting guarded by A.J. Thomas with 4 fouls.
Zai will get it inbounds, does so to Kobe. Kobe bounce pass in to Jalen. Jalen spin move, pump fakes, takes it up, blocked by Kellum. Kellum losing it out of bounds. Boy, that would have been big if they called the foul there because that would have been his 4th.
Yeah, Kellum did a good job staying on his feet, kept his hands straight up. So good possession there by Roman Kellum.
1:02 to go, third quarter. Beckley up by 4. South Charleston. Beckley with the ball. Kobe looking. Bounce pass into Preston. Preston, double team, loses it, picks it back up, and now dribbles it back out. 55 seconds. Preston working against Saunders. Takes it, pump fake, spins. Now looking inside the paint, kicks it over now, out of bounds. It will go.
No way.
No,
this one's got to come in, and he was about to come in and give him the.
And now they're going to look it over and talk about it. It should
Absolutely.
be Beckley's ball.
That's way Beckley ball. No way he's going to overrule that. Thank you.
There you go. Beckley gets it. 48.7 seconds left. Beckley up 39-35, and Beckley has the ball.
I think you'll see Beckley here, 48 seconds. You'll get the ball in. You're too far away. You're on the other side of half-court line, so dribble the ball up. You'll probably run into a 2-man game potentially with looking for Jalen Walton. But if it's not there on the initial setup of the play, I think Beckley pulls it out and maybe goes for the last shot.
And bounce pass will go to Zai Hawthorne. Zai gets the pick from Kobe. Now Kobe gets it, fires a quick 3 right side off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound tipped around, but he pulled down by South Charleston. Up the floor pass goes to Malcolm Brown. Brown works it around left side to Elijah Martin. Dump the pass into Kellum. Ball knocked away by Zai. Stolen by Beckley. Here come the Flying Eagles. Kobe, top of the key, dribbles it out.
Smart play.
With 25 seconds to go in the quarter. And now Beckley looks to go for the final shot, up by 4. 39-35. Kobe dribbling the ball between the circles. Pass left side to Zai with 15 seconds. Zai takes it up top now with 12 seconds. Zai works it off now to Kobe with 10 seconds. Kobe with 6 seconds. Kobe with 5 seconds. Crossover move. Gives it off to Zai. Zai fakes the three. Takes it inside. Layup try. No good. Horn sound tipped up by Jalen, but it won't count. We have played 3 quarters of basketball here at South Charleston with your score. Beckley 39, South Charleston 35. Back at this timeout on the Big Dog. 99.5 WJLS.
To Beckley basketball on the Big Dog, 99.5 WJLS.
In that third quarter, Beckley outscored South Charleston 16-8. Beckley leads 39-35, start of the fourth quarter. Trip to Charleston next week for the state tournament on the line. Here in this fourth, right side, Shady Williams has it for the Black Eagles. Works it around the perimeter left side to Malcolm Brown. Malcolm, up top pass to Elijah Martin. Right side pass goes to Saunders. Saunders backs it out between the circles. Left side pass will go to Roman Kellum. Kellum, left side of the floor, goes to Malcolm Brown. Fakes the three. Gives it up top to Elijah. Inside, ball stolen by Beckley's A.J. Thomas. Gives it off to Zai. Zai, 1-on-4, backs it out. Left side, Kobe. Three, go! Kobe hits the three. Beckley up 42-35, 7:15 to go in the game.
Give a lot of credit to Zion Hawthorne. He didn't have the numbers, pulled it out. Find Kobe Dillon trailing right there.
Up top pass goes to Saunders. Saunders backs in, almost stolen by Zai. Bounce pass in, jumper up, no good. Rebound tip, pulled down by Preston for Beckley. 7-minute mark of the game, Beckley up by 7. Right side of the floor, Preston backs it out. Ball knocked away and a foul will be called. They're going to call it on Zane Saunders. That's his second.
Man, give a lot of credit to A.J. Thomas that time. Had a free run to the basket. A.J. stood there, stood straight up. Didn't try to take a block charge call. Forced a bad layup attempt by Brown. Preston Clary with the rebound.
5 threes for Kobe in the game. Puts it at 200 for his career. Kobe has it up top. Looking, picks up his dribble. Will find A.J. A.J. now to Preston. Preston takes it to the right. Down through the lane. Working offensive foul will be called.
Yep.
Preston now has 4.
Yep.
So Preston's got 4, AJ's got 4 for Beckley.
Yeah, got to be smart now. That's a big momentum swing if Beckley can't hang on to get a stop in this possession.
Malcolm Brown brings it up the floor for South Charleston. Beckley up by 7. Malcolm Brown, right side. Give it up top to Saunders. Left side pass goes to Elijah. They whip the pass well over the head of Elijah Martin. Beckley gets it back.
Yeah, and that was just an unforced turnover by South Charleston. Beckley really didn't do anything to generate that turnover. But right now, Beckley has to be smart. That's a great job getting a stop. This game in the last 6 minutes when it come down to stops, individual stops.
Beckley up 42-35. Pass up top to Jalen. Handed off to Zai. Zai left elbow through the lane. Has it knocked away from behind and stolen by Elijah Martin for South Charleston. Give it up to floor to Shady Williams. Williams picked up by A.J., who's got 4 fouls. Bounce pass goes into Roman Kellum, who's double teamed. Kellum kicks it right side. Jumper on the way for 3 by Martin is good. Elijah hits his first 3 of the game. 42-38, timeout call by South Charleston. 5:49 to go, full timeout. We'll take it with him. Back at this timeout on the Big Dog, 99.5 WJLS. You don't have to force anything.
Right.
Open shots, good shots from here on out. 42-38. That's some time running off the clock as well. A lot of time left in this game. Beckley up by 4. Zai, quick move across the timeline. Here comes a double team. He'll step through, lay it up and score. Great move by Zai. He's got 8. Beckley up by 6. 44-38. 5.5 minutes to go. Coach Ron Kidd up, wanting a stop here. Right side, Elijah Martin. Quick move. Kicks it up top to Williams. Shady takes it through the lane. Forces it up, no good, but a foul will be called on Beckley. Who will they call it on? Zai, Jalen, Call it on Zai. Zai.
That's Zai with 4. Yep, so right now Beckley has 4 fouls on Preston Clary, A.J. Thomas, and Zion Hawthorne, and I don't even know where Zion got the foul call at, because Jalen Walton was the only one around as Shady Williams went up for the attempt.
Williams misses the first free throw. And Tavares Porter will check in for Williams after this free throw if he makes it.
And I love Coach Kidd came to the scores table and said, are they even in foul trouble? The only guy they have in foul trouble is Roman Kellum with 3.
Second free throw, good. So he makes 1 of 2. Williams now will check out. That is his first point of the second half after having 11 in the first.
Zion has to be very careful as he has the possession of the ball to look for South Charleston to try to take charges on him.
Here comes the double team, full court pressure by South Charleston. Kobe up the floor pass to A.J. A.J. picked up by Elijah Martin. Takes it through the lane, whistles it, and the ball knocked out of bounds by South Charleston. 5:10 to go. Man, this is like forever. I mean, need more time to come off the clock. Kobe will get it in bounds. Looking. Still looking. And he calls the timeout. Could not find anybody to get the ball in bounds. And a smart player like Kobe is did the right thing and called the timeout, 30-second timeout.
Yeah, good play, heads-up play. He didn't want to lob that thing out to half court because Preston Clary had Zane Saunders, 6'7" senior, on him, so didn't want to give a jump ball battle to them. So good timeout there by Kobe Dillon, valuing each one of these possessions.
5:10 to go. Back up by 5, 44-39. Winner moves on to the state tournament. We hope to have the seedings for you before we leave the air tonight if Beckley wins. State tournament going on, girls state tournament right now in Charleston. Last score done, game done. Number 1, Wheeling Central wins by 30. Class AA.
Man, I wish we could win this one by 30.
I wish we could too.
Those I took for granted those blowouts.
Exactly. Zy Hawthorne will get it inbounds for Beckley. Bounce pass goes to Kobe. He'll fire a quick 3. In and out, no good. A.J. Thomas quicks the rebound. It goes to Zy Hawthorne, who picks it up, and Beckley resets. Zy, quick move through the lane. Short jumper off the rim. No good. Rebound pulled down by Elijah.
Zion Hawthorne just fouled out.
And Zy just fouled out. Zy fouls out of the game with 8 points. .458 to go in the game. Beckley up 44-39. Lucas Rainey will come in for Beckley as Zy Hawthorne will sit down. I know Zy hasn't been feeling well. He gutted it out tonight.
Yeah, he battled.
He did.
He battled. He kind of had to respond after the first couple of minutes, but he did battle.
All right, 4:55 to go. Beckley up by 5. South Charleston with the ball. They're working around to Shady Williams. Now it goes to Saunders. Boy, AJ's got to be tough. He's got 4 fouls, too, playing against Saunders. They give it off to Kellum, who's picked up by Preston, who has 4 fouls. Shady Williams up top. Picked up now by AJ. Goes left side to Saunders. Saunders, right side, throws it away. No, he don't. I'm sorry, I did not see Malcolm Brown standing there. He's got it now. Slips at the free throw line, keeps the dribble alive, backs it back out. That was impressive. 4:20 to go in the game. Left side, Williams fires a 3. No good. Preston gets the rebound for Beckley.
That's a sick call.
Preston brings it up the floor. Preston looking. Play calls high-low. Working against Saunders. Gets the pick from Jalen. And now working up top to Kobe. 3:55 to go in the game. Beckley up 44-39. Right side, down to the corner. Open Preston for 3. Go!
Man, what a shot.
Preston buries a 3. Beckley up by 8. 47-39. 5:40 in the game. Or 3:40 rather. Left side, Saunders. Through the lane. Step through. No good. Rebound pulled down by Beckley's A.J. Thomas. Will give it off to Kobe. Here come the Flying Eagles. Kobe, bounce pass. Left side to Jalen. And we got an injured player for South Charleston as Malcolm Brown. Looks like he might have got a bloody nose.
Man, what a big shot. I was just about to say, Zion Hawthorne left the floor with his 5th foul. Somebody's got to score some points other than Kobe Dillon and Jalen Walton. Preston Clary, what a clutch shot there from the corner, all initiated from Kobe Dillon, dribble drive. Great job, Preston Clary.
3:26 to go in the game. Beckley up by 8, 47-39. Once again, Zy Hawthorne's fouled out with 8 points. You've got A.J. Thomas with 4, Preston Clary with 4 for Beckley. I tell you what, Preston Clary, or A.J.'s got 4 fouls, but he's playing like he's got 1.
Man, he picked up the 4th foul with 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, and he's not letting down. He's not letting up. I mean, he is doing a heck of a job staying competitive, staying physical is the biggest thing.
That's that football safety mentality. Beckley's got 2 full timeouts left. A.J. Thomas will get it inbounds for Beckley. They are having some time on the court because of that bloody nose by Malcolm Brown. Evidently there's some blood on the floor, so they're wiping that up.
Now Beckley's got to be careful here. You're up 8 with 3:26. Continue to play your offense. Run your sets in the half-court game, and don't allow South Charleston to get too up in you where you're being timid with the basketball now. You have to continue to be strong.
Here's the problem. There's blood on the floor, and you've got the staff of the South Charleston Community Center wiping it up with towels, and it's just smearing.
Yeah.
So now they finally bring out something to spray it. The 2 guys who were doing it for South Charleston looked at the official and said, "We're wiping it up."
Yeah.
The official said, "It's just smearing."
If you're Beckley, take advantage of this. Preston Clary, Jalen Walton, these guys get some that they haven't left the floor, Kobe Dillon and Jalen Walton, so take advantage of this opportunity. They have 3 fouls here in the quarter. I just gave Coach Kidd false information. He asked how many fouls they had. I gave him how many fouls we had here in the quarter.
We have 3.
We have 3. They have 1. So they're going to be extra physical now, knowing that they have 4 fouls until Beckley goes to the line.
A.J. Thomas will get the ball in bounds for Beckley whenever we get back started. Beckley up by 8, 47-39, 3:26 to go in the game. A.J. bounce pass in the backcourt. It goes to Kobe. Kobe brings it up the floor for Beckley. Off the midcourt strike. Stands there with it. Takes it to the right. Here comes a double team. And we got a whistle to foul, but they call Kobe.
Wow, what a quick whistle. What a quick whistle.
That's just the 2nd foul on Kobe. That's the 4th team foul on Beckley. So the next foul on Beckley will put South Charleston at the line.
And that's what Beckley should have expected. They were extremely physical attacking Kobe Dillon off that pick and roll with the double team.
Shady Williams, pass left side to Saunders. Zane, step back against Kobe, brings it over to the right. Keeps the dribble alive, now picks it up, gives it down to the corner to Williams. Williams, quick move, jump pass over on the left to Elijah Martin. Elijah working against Lucas Rainey, fires a 3, won't go. Rebound tip by Saunders into the hands of Shady Williams. Jumper off the rim once, twice, no good. Rebound pulled down this time. We got a foul call on South Charleston. Zane Saunders picked up his 3rd. 2nd team foul called on South Charleston.
Yeah, a lot better job. Really should have gotten the foul call on the initial offensive rebound where he went over the back of Kobe Dillon. That time went over the back of Preston Clary and better job of boxing him out.
47-39, Beckley up, 2:42 to go in the contest. Full court press put on by South Charleston. A.J. Thomas has it knocked out of bounds by South Charleston.
This is where you miss Zion Hawthorne adding another ball handler on the court for Beckley right now. Only having A.J. Thomas, Preston Clary, and Kobe up there, they're in their full court man defense.
2:38 to go. Inbounds pass goes to Kobe, and a quick foul called on South Charleston. Tavares Porter picks up his 2nd.
Yeah, and just a couple of seconds ago, we said South Charleston only had 1 team foul in the quarter. Now they have 3 team fouls.
A.J. will get it inbounds again, does so to Kobe. Kobe up the floor to A.J. A.J. brings it across the midcourt stripe, gives it off to Preston. Preston, 2:29 to go, finds Kobe. Kobe takes it over to the right, now between the circles. Kobe off to Preston. Preston picked up by Saunders. Preston, top of the key with it now. Dribbling it around to the left side of the floor. 2:13 to go. Preston takes it back down the center of the lane, down to the corner, Lucas Rainey. Lucas up top to Kobe. Kobe has it, 2 minutes to go in the contest. Kobe dribbling it around against Porter. Ball knocked away and a foul will be called on Porter.
Yeah.
Tavares picks up his third. Fourth team foul on South Charleston, so the next foul will put Beckley on the line. Minute 59 to go in the game. Beckley up 47-39.
Give a credit to Lucas Rainey that time. He had an open look at the three in the corner, but decided to push it back out and get it to Kobe Dillon.
A.J. Thomas in the backcourt will go to Kobe Dillon. He'll stand there with it. Bring it across the midcourt stripe now. Here it comes to the left side. Dribbles it back out. Now takes it back down the right side. Jump pass down the corner to Jalen. Jalen brings it up top to Kobe. And now another foul. That's what sent Kobe to the line.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, Kellum went for the steal on the initial pass to Jalen Walton in the corner as Beckley spread out in their 4 set to run time off the clock. But Jalen really had an open lane to the baseline for a slam dunk and decided to give it back to Kobe. It worked out.
Kobe went up to him and said,
Man, slam that thing home.
All right, so Kobe will be at the line for 2 shots. 79% free throw shooter on the year. Kobe's got 21 in the game. Free throw, good. .22 now for Kobe. Make it 23. Kobe makes the most. Beckley up by 10, 49-39, a minute 40 to go in the contest. Left side, Shady Williams. Also removed. Down to the right side, jumper by Martin for 3, good. Elijah Martin hits his second 3 of the quarter. He's got 11. 49-42, full timeout call. We'll take a break and come back. Beckley up by 7. Minute 34 left in the game. Back here on the Big Dog, 99.5 WJLS. Hawthorne is fouled out with 8 points for Beckley. Kobe Dillon leads the way with 23. Full court press put on by South Charleston. Beckley up by 7. AJ gets it into Preston. Preston, jump pass to Kobe. Kobe, bounce pass up the floor to AJ through his fingertips. Ball loose, out of bounds, not yet. As Beckley saves it in the hands of Preston Clary. Inside it goes to Jalen. Pump fakes and he's fouled. Roman Kellums just picked up his 4th. And Jalen goes to the line for 2 shots.
That's a very smart play by Jalen Walton, not going up too soon. That's that power layup that Beckley works every day in the pre-practice shoot-around. Went up with the pump fake and was able to get Kellum off his feet.
All right, so at the line, Jalen Walton. Got 8 points in the game, but, man, he has been big in so many different ways for us.
Been really big.
Jalen, first free throw for the senior right-hander off the front of the rim, no good. 49-42, Beckley up, a minute 20 to go in the game. One more free throw coming for Jalen. Good. Jalen makes 1 of 2. 50-42, Beckley up by 8. Minute 19 to go here in the 4th quarter. Porter gives it off to Elijah. Martin has the ball knocked away. Now a foul can be called on Beckley, and Preston Clary's just fouled out. With a minute 11 left, Beckley's Preston Clary fouls out. Preston finishes with 8 points. Gage Burdett will check in for Beckley. With a minute 11 to go in the game. 50-42, a minute 11 left. Beckley up. Inbounds pass will go to Saunders. Saunders working against AJ. AJ forces it up, no good. Blocking foul call. Now AJ's fouled out.
You talk about the minutes that these guys have earned themselves here in the season. Now it's going to show. You've got a minute of 5 left to hold on to an 8-point lead as A.J. Thomas, the third Beckley player, has just fouled out in the game.
All right, so here's something else, too, that we've talked about for Beckley. Early in the year, in these past 7 games, Beckley's been able to put guys into the game to get some playing time. Beckley's going to send Javonte Wines in now. These guys have gotten some good minutes, but, man, this is a pressure situation.
Big situation, and they've got to be strong. This is where you've got to lean on the ball handling of Kobe Dillon. But Javonte Wines, Gage Burdett, Lucas Rainey, they have to be strong and attack the glass.
Free throw, no good. By Saunders. You got the 3 guys who have fouled out, standing up, clapping for Beckley. Second free throw. Good. Saunders makes 1 of 2. 50-43. Javonte gets the ball in to Kobe. Kobe up the floor to Lucas. Lucas double team.
We got a foul call here, I believe.
Foul to be called on Porter. That's his 4th. Lucas Rainey would go to the line for 2 shots. You ready for this? First time at the year. Lucas at the line. A minute 1 to go in the game. Beckley up by 7. Free throw.
I love the moxie. I love the moxie of that kid.
First point of the game, first free throw of the year. Lucas drains it. Beckley back up by 8. Second free throw. Good. Beckley makes them both. Beckley up by 9, 52-43, a minute left. Saunders, top of the key, takes it down center lane. Stolen by Beckley. Lucas Rainey gets the steal, picked up by Javonte. Javonte gives it off to Kobe. 50 seconds left. Foul called on South Charleston. Shady Williams. Kobe goes to the line for 2 shots. .7 seconds left. Beckley has Kobe Dillon at the line. 23 points in the game for the junior.
And the best thing about it, the 3 guys that were around the ball that forced that turnover, Lucas Rainey, Gage Burdett, and Javonte Wines.
Exactly right. That's what we talked about, man. That will be a key at some point in this season.
You never know.
Second free throw, boom. Kobe has it. Beckley's up by 11. 54-43, 47 seconds to go in the game. Right side, Saunders hands it off to Martin. Fires a long 3. In and out. No good. Kobe gets the rebound. 40 seconds left. Kobe bringing it up the floor for the Flying Eagles. Brings it across and now will be fouled by Malcolm Brown. And what do you say, City of Beckley? Let's start celebrating. The Flying Eagles are going to go back to Charleston. 34 seconds left. Beckley up by 11. You give us the 3 seed in the region, we'll show you. We'll show you.
Yeah, that's right. We'll earn it.
We'll show you. Free throw by Kobe. Good.
Man, what a night for Kobe Dillon. 26 points on the evening. Golly.
I love this team, man. Absolutely love this team.
I'm about ready to say start the tubas.
Free throw good.
Start the band. Start the band up.
Start the party, Beckley. We're going back to Charleston. 56-43, 30 seconds left. Saunders fires a long 3, won't go. Jalen rips down the rebound for Beckley. They give it off to Kobe. No fouls. Game is over. The Beckley Flying Eagles have come to South Charleston as the number 3 seed and will come out of here with a 13-point lead and win over the South Charleston Black Eagles. Clock winding down. 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1. Horn sounds. Beckley wins. Your final score, the Beckley Flying Eagles 56, South Charleston 43. We'll come back. We'll recap it after this break here on the Big Dog, 99.5 WJLS.
Looking for a career?
kind of the point guard, so he's not shooting the ball as much, but he can have a big game. Had a big game tonight, didn't he?
And thank God it was the night. God, dog. We know Kobe can do that. He tries to get everybody else involved like a point guard, but we know he can score, and he did it tonight. And, he still got other people's shots, too.
Yeah, Kobe finishing the night, 27 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Coach, talk about those 3 guys that came in off the bench after Zion, Preston, and A.J. foul out. You had Gage Burdett, Javonte Wines, and Lucas Rainey. They forced that last turnover that gave us that kind of extra cushion. Talk about those guys.
Man, I tell you what, they work hard each and every day in practice. So when you work hard, good things happen. Right. So I was just so proud of the way they came in. They wasn't scared. That was a heated moment at that time. So they stepped in and did what they had to do.
They stepped up when you had 3 of your starters foul out of the game.
Wow.
I mean, that is, we talked about during the game, we were on an 8-win game running streak. We were averaging out, scoring the opponents about 30 points over the last 8 games. You got those guys in the game. They didn't seem upset at all or nervous at all. They just played. And Lucas Rainey hit 2 big free throws. First 2 free throws he shot all year long.
He did. Oh, man, it's a credit to our JV program, Coach Lewis, our 9th grade program with Coach Folks, just getting the kids prepared and ready to play for big games like this.
Talk about Zion coming back after not playing the last couple of games. You can tell that back's still not at 100%, but he had a couple of really big rebounds, drives to the basket, had a block shot. I thought he stepped up and gutted through this.
I thought he gutted it out, and that's what winners do. Sometimes you have to gut it out when you don't feel good, and I thought he did that tonight. He gutted it out for Beckley, the Beckley community. They should be proud of him for coming back, gutting it out the way his back was hurt.
All right, I tell you what, we're going to let you go celebrate with the guys, but we want to talk to the guys. So
Thank you.
I'll let you bring it back over
Coach,
here.
another good number for you. You talked about it in November about shooting foul shots, 14 of 17 from the line.
Wow, that's
82%.
incredible.
That's
good. Let's go get a state championship now.
Let's go get it.
All right.
That 3rd seed, that sounds good.
3rd seed sounds good, but heck, man, they want to put us at 8. We'll go through that gauntlet. We don't care, do we?
Well, we're just happy that we're there.
That's
right. Anything
exactly.
can happen when you get there.
To be the best, you got to beat the best. It's so great to have Beckley back there at the state tournament. Congratulations.
Right. Thank you, Fred.
All right. Head coach Ron Kidd joining us, and we are going to be joined by the players as well. Might get Coach Mike Folks over here. I want to talk to everybody. I don't care. I was wanting to get back to watch that last game, Wyoming East. And I don't care if I'm here till midnight tonight. I really don't care. Mike Folks joins us, buddy. I tell you what, man, what a great job at the ball club.
Man. Toughed it out.
We were talking, and Coach told us before the game, when I was talking to him in the interview, he said, man, Kobe's giving up some shots, but Kobe can come up at a big time. He did that tonight, 27 points.
Came up big, hit them when we needed them, and we needed all of them. But, I mean, we talked about it. If we battle on the boards and rebounding, we take our chances. I don't know what the rebounding
What do you think
was.
it was? What do you think it was?
We won.
We got over 30. We out-rebounded 31 to 17.
Woo! That's why we go to Charleston.
That's
That's
right.
what we talked about. We rebound the game.
Hey,
we're great.
I thought for you guys to have 3 starters foul out in the 4th quarter at a big time, even though we had an 8-point lead, but you had 3 guys, young guys, come into the game, Javonte Wines, Gage Burdett, and also Lucas Rainey come in, and I thought they did well for that time that they were in the game. Came up with a big steal there at the end. As I was telling Coach, Lucas Rainey had not shot a free throw all year long in varsity, goes 2 for 2 from the line. Javonte gets a steal. Those young guys who played great on the JV team, had played some minutes on varsity, they showed up for you in the 4th quarter.
Yes, we always tell you got to be ready. Don't matter if you're ready for 1 second, 1 minute, 10 minutes. You got to make sure you're ready. You know what I mean? And they were ready the whole game.
Yeah.
From the beginning, they didn't let that punch. That was the biggest thing.
Yeah.
2nd quarter, they threw a punch at us, and we took it. And to get that within 4 at halftime, we knew coming out we was good.
We also talked about how important it was for Jalen to have a good game against Roman Kellum. He battled him all night long, and really, at times, I didn't think that Roman could guard Jalen the way he was moving on the inside. I thought Jalen had a good game. You look at it, he doesn't score his normal points, but he played strong.
Oh, yes, and that's what we told him. We was like, I reminded him of the last game in the article where Coach Daniel said, we don't mind playing behind people and we got the length. And I said, when you get it, you got to make them pay. You're not going to get 25. Mm-hmm. But you get it 6 times, 7 times, you got to score 5 out of 7, 6 out of 7. You make efficient, do what you do. And I thought he did that. I don't know how many rebounds he had, but he boarded. I mean, it was a great job.
Yeah, Jalen only had 2 rebounds at the half and finishes the game with 8. So he came out big in that third quarter off those missed shots. Give credit, talk about how important it is for the guards. I thought the last matchup when they were in Beckley, the guards had trouble getting Jalen the ball on the entry pass. Jalen was working, and the timing just wasn't there. Tonight, Kobe Dillon did a great job of finding that entry pass.
Well, if you want to be honest, he didn't have no choice. But we told him,
give
him the ball, and everybody's going to be rewarded from it. And, I would love – I got it, Zy Hawthorne coming out tonight after not being with us all the time, and he gutted it. He gutted it out. And, we told him at halftime, they're not helping off of nobody. They're saying, mano y mano, I can guard you better than you can play. And we see who won the battle.
All right, we're going to let you go real quick. I know we haven't gotten those.
Jalen!
We haven't gotten the seedings yet, but we're going to get him here in a little bit. So
all right,
let's hope we're 3 or 4. But like I told Coach, heck, let's go 8. We'll beat everybody. We don't care.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Let's
Great
go.
job, Coach. Great preparation. Great job.
Head coach or assistant coach Mike Folks joining us. And we are going to talk to all of the players. Our first player we're going to talk to is a young man that, Coach, when I talked to Coach Kidd about you, he says, Jalen seems to be having fun this year. How fun was that tonight?
It was a very fun game. We've been preparing for it all week, coming in ready to play.
Talk about going up against Roman Kellum. I mean, you all battled tonight.
He's very strong kid, lengthy. Played with him in AAU. It's that friendship, that friendly battle.
When you look at it from what you were able to do tonight, there were times you got the ball inside. When you turned to the basket, you just made that quick move that you have. You were able to go up strong. He was right with you, but you were just able to go up stronger than what he did and got the points to fall for.
Yeah, been working on that all season. They've been telling me I need to face up more instead of just back to the basket and go up strong. Nobody can stop you.
Jalen, you finished the night with 9 points and 8 rebounds and only 2 rebounds at halftime. And so you came out that second half and really that third quarter kind of inserted your dominance. The only question I have for you is why didn't you just go ahead and take that baseline and slam dunk that thing on him?
I wasn't paying no attention. I was just trying to get the win.
Granted, the smart play was probably to kick it back out and let time go off the clock, but you should have saw this place behind you, man. They thought you were going baseline to slam dunk that thing.
I wasn't even looking at the basket. I was looking at Kobe.
That's right.
Hey, rebounding 8 tonight, that ties you with Shea Fleener for third all time.
I like that.
Yeah,
I'm getting my third all time.
You'll be
I've been
third
talking
all time
about it ever since you told me about it.
And only the 4th player in Beckley history to have over 800 points and 500 rebounds. I mean, it just proves how hard you've worked from the time you were a freshman to what you're seeing now. The benefits come about this. And I know you've got some family that's been on you a lot over the last 4 years, but I know I saw during senior night with all of them over here, they were so proud of you to be in that position now going back to Charleston, the state tournament. We were there last year, so all the butterflies and everything go away. We go to win this thing now, right?
Yeah, got to.
Any idea of who? Do you care who we play?
Nope.
I love it. All right, buddy, we're going to let you go. Congratulations. Great job. And we will talk to you at the state tournament, okay?
Okay.
All right,
good job, buddy.
That's Jalen Walton joining us, and we want to continue talking to the players for the Beckley Flying Eagles, whoever else we can get over here. Trying to get some more of those players coming over.
I think we got A.J. Thomas on the way over now.
We're trying to get more people over here. Here comes A.J. We'll talk to A.J. Thomas.
First team All-State safety coming in the house.
And he played like a safety tonight.
A little bit.
I mean, no, not a little bit. You did a lot, man. Because here's the thing with me. When you picked up that 4th foul, when did you pick up that 4th foul? It was early in the 4th, wasn't it?
Picked up the 4th foul in the third quarter.
In the third quarter.
Yeah, third.
So you played most of the rest of the third quarter, most of the fourth quarter with 4 fouls, but you didn't change anything you were doing defensively. You still played as aggressive as ever, going after, getting the rebounds and everything else, going for steals. I think you could have had 12 steals tonight if you could have saved a couple of those going out of bounds.
Yeah.
Talk to me about this win and what this means for you and this program.
It's a big win. It's a great win. Going into the next couple games next week, going down the states, it'll help us a lot. Momentum.
Yeah, man, just talk about the mentality it takes coming in and day out and just being that effort guy. Because we all know, you know, that they're not always relying on points from you, right? So you've always got to be the one that's bringing the energy. Just talk about what that mentality means coming in every day.
You just gotta like it. You just gotta work, like it every day. You just gotta bring the team energy. Be that person that maybe somebody else don't want to do the dirty work. So that's what I'm here for.
And that's just to brag on AJ a little bit, getting a chance to be around him in football season. Is he was always the most prepared, and he'd come in on Monday's practice and already know what the other team was going to do. So I'm sure AJ was the same here in the basketball season. So, man, really proud of you. You flew around, you had fun, and now you got another trip to Charleston, so enjoy it.
Yeah,
All right,
thank you.
I'm going to do something for you right now. I just got the seedings. You'll be the first to know. What seed do you think we are?
I say top 5.
We are 5. Seedings, Quad A, Spring Mills number 1, Morgantown number 2, George Washington number 3, Spring Valley number 4, Beckley number 5, University 6, Parkersburg 7, Martinsburg 8. We'll play Spring Valley next week, state tournament. You got some stuff to prove. They still think you don't deserve to host and be a home team. We got some more things to prove, don't we?
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right, buddy. Great job. Get some rest, and we'll talk with you next week at state tournament.
Yes, sir.
Great
Proud
job.
of you, man.
Thank you.
All right, buddy. That is A.J. Thomas joining us.
What do you say, Preston Clary?
Preston Clary.
How we doing?
What do you say, buddy?
It's a good win.
That's a great win, man. Proud of you, man.
Thank you.
Back here, Preston Clary joining us. Before we talk about the seedings, because we just got those, we'll let you know who you're playing next week. First of all, talk to me about this game. And what does it mean to come here? I think we all thought we were better than the 3 seed.
Yeah.
So we come here on the road and beat the number 2 seed by 13 points. And just talk about what this means for you getting back to Charleston.
Honestly, this is what we wanted anyway. I mean, we did it at Shady, Huntington, and now here. So, I mean, it was nothing new to us. We just came in and executed, and that's what we needed to do. And now going to Charleston, that's what we're working towards.
When you look at your game tonight, Brent and I have talked about throughout the season that we could talk about players, but there's one guy that no matter what happens, plays consistently and consistently good, and that's you.
Appreciate it.
Because, I mean, and that's the truth. I mean, we know coming into the game, well, Preston's going to give us anywhere between 8 to 13 points. He's going to give us between 5 and 10 rebounds. He's going to give us 3 to 4 steals. He's going to play their best defensive offensive player and play them well, and you've done that all year long.
Yes, sir.
Talk about the improvement of your game now to be at that point to where a lot of teams, you ask a lot of other coaches, they're saying Preston Clary is the X factor.
Yes, sir.
For
Just, honestly, just confidence. Confidence is key. Just keep working every day. Just get in the gym every day. Just work as hard as I can.
How much has playing football helped that?
Oh, my gosh. That's helped a lot. Just seeing I can read defense a whole lot better and just a lot stronger than I was last year. It's helped a lot. It's helped a lot.
You missing those big burritos, those egg sausage, potato burritos in the morning? You missing those yet?
They actually bring me them in the morning. I don't go to the morning lifts, but they bring me them still.
Selfishly, I miss them because I was always getting the leftovers during football season. But, yeah, man, your game is just from the year after year, you've continued to get stronger. Tonight, finishing 8 points, 7 rebounds. Really a stat in every box score, obviously the 5 fouls.
Yeah.
But just talk about, I think the biggest moment was there in that third quarter when Kobe drove to that right side of the lane and you were just posted up in the corner and knocked down that big three because your shot wasn't necessarily falling. You had Sanders on you most of the night and he was contesting a lot. Just talk about that shot.
Saunders been on me all night and he's 6'7", so he's huge, and then he jumped down on Kobe, and I was wide open. I mean, you leave me open, it's going to go in.
That's
so.
right.
All right, so now we look ahead to next week. We got the seedings just now. We got disrespected again.
So what are we, 5th?
Fifth. All right, so now that gives a chip on our shoulder.
Yeah.
Let's go next week. We play Spring Valley.
Okay.
It's time to prove. We'll play Spring Valley, then we beat them. We'll go play number 1 Spring Mills.
All right.
Let's get them.
I like that.
All right?
Yeah.
State championship number 17.
Let's get it.
The only thing I don't envy this middle of this practice week. These practices are some of the hardest practices. I'm sure you remember from last year's state tournament trip.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
But
enjoy it.
At the end of the day,
enjoy it.
Then get ready to enjoy next Wednesday.
That's right.
Yes,
Congratulations, buddy.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
Proud of you, man.
That's Preston Clary joining us tonight, one of the leaders for this team. Fouled out, but he finished the game with 8 points and did a lot of things for Beckley as well.
Got Taylor Williams joining us now. What's up, man?
Nothing much.
Man, I talked to you after the Bluefield game, and I said, hey, and that was the game that you had, I think you took 3 charges in. You had 4 or 5 rebounds, but you didn't score a point. You looked at me and said, that's not my role.
Mm-hmm.
That is what helps this team get to the point. You came in tonight when we had some foul trouble, had very big keys in the game, and you came up with some big plays. You know your role on this team, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And that's a big part of this.
Yep, I think half the reason they really want me in the game, majority of the time, is defense. That's what I go over at practice. That's pretty much all we go over at practice, especially leading up to this game. We have faith in Kobe, Preston, Zah. All of our scorers, you know, they're not focused in on me. You know, they're really focused heavy on defense. So I'd say that's the number one key, especially for me.
When you look at this game now, we get to go to the state tournament. This is your first year playing. You played as a freshman, did not come out until now as a senior. Kind of talk to me about, I know just how it happened, but have you thought about the chance of going to Charleston and playing next week in the state tournament?
Especially here lately, yeah. Here lately it's been on my mind, leading up to this game especially. Early in the season, it's not something I was super focused on. I was like, man, I'm coming to play my senior year. And the outcome of the season, our regular season, was what, 16-3? Yeah. Absolutely amazing season.
Yeah.
So going to Charleston is definitely, you know, a dream come true, not only for me, but for everybody on this team.
As I've said to everybody that's sitting down with us, we got disrespected in those seedings.
Yep.
5 seed, we're better than a 5.
Of course.
But that's what we got as a 5 seed. We'll play Spring Valley next Thursday night. It is time to start proving some things.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Hey, buddy, great season. Way to play hard for this team. I am so impressed with talking to you and you sitting there saying, I know my role.
Yes,
that is so important. And I think Brent could tell you, when you played, and even if you go back to the 90s, when we were in state championships, you had guys that knew their role.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big part of a state championship team, and that's what you bring to the table.
Yes, sir.
So congratulations, and get ready for some hard practices.
Yeah, of course.
But get ready to enjoy the state tournament.
All right, well,
all right.
Thank you,
Taylor Williams joining us once again. Taylor came in at a big point of the game when Beckley had some guys fouling out and had to come in and play some big key moments. He did that in the game tonight. All right, so now this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun.
Hey, guys.
Put the stopwatch, put the timer on.
Javante Wines, who honestly is one of the shyest guys. I don't know if we're going to get 3 words out of him.
No, that's not true.
Javante, man. Okay, I've been saying Javante all year because you told me to.
Yep.
Everybody else still calls you J-Dub. So I'm going to still call you Javante. You came into the game tonight at a very big key. I hadn't played all game.
Nope.
Came in. You were a part of maybe the biggest steal to get this game for Beckley. Talk about what it means to be on this court and getting that win to head back to Charleston.
It was just fun being out there. You know, a coach called my name, and I was ready. You know, so yeah.
That's the big part of this. You got to be ready whenever he calls you, because you don't know when it's going to be.
Nah.
It could be in the first quarter just because he looks down and sees you or whatever. It could be in the late part of the game like it was tonight.
Yeah.
So talk about how nervous you were, because I know you're sitting over on the sideline. I've been around you during football, so I know the conversation came up. How nervous were you going in the game there?
I was talking to Fraley, and he said, "Be ready," and I was just like nervous from then.
Yeah.
So I was just like, "Dang!" But then Coach, he subbed me in, so I was ready.
So in all seriousness, now you understand some of those big moments, right? So all those reps in practice, from the scout team to the JV reps, and then now basketball, how important those reps are from getting ready for those key moments. Those moments come at a certain time, so good job in that moment.
Thank you.
Talk about, too, from the standpoint of playing football, now coming out here and playing basketball, being a part of both of those programs with successful going to playoffs in football, now going to the state tournament in basketball. Talk about that.
Man, it was just a great experience, a learning experience. I still got 2 more years left, so it's just been fun, really.
He never stops smiling, does he?
No, he don't.
I mean,
I'm just in a great mood.
That's right.
I'm like, we're going back to state. So.
I've noticed in practice when Coach gets on you, Coach Lewis mainly gets on you, you're still smiling.
Sometimes it's frustrating. The smile always is there, but I like it. J-Dub's my guy, so proud of you, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Hey, y'all be safe.
All right, have a good one, buddy. Javante Wines joining us. That's funny. I don't know what we're going to talk to this guy about. I really have no idea. I don't know. Did you do anything?
Did he check in the game?
Did you play it all tonight?
Nah, I sat the bench tonight.
Kobe Dillon joins us, buddy. 27 points. I talked to Coach before the game, and we talked about you taking over that point guard position and kind of taking away from some of your shots this year that you had the year before. But the way you were moving around the game, the ball around, getting everybody else involved, he said he's got a chance to have a big game tonight.
Yes, sir.
27 points.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about it.
Definitely.
more I move it around, and my teammates, they score the ball great, and they do so many other great things, though, too. That gets me on so many more open places. When Jalen, they got a double Zion. That really helped me get open tonight, and we took care of business.
How much, because I know how you are as far as being a competitor, how much did it tick you off a little bit that we were the 3 seed?
Oh, it made me really mad, and then to come down here and have about a half an inch of water in your locker room, that makes you even more mad. But, I mean, we lost to them head-to-head. I'll give them that. But in every other poll, we were ahead of them. But we got it done tonight, though.
And then also when you look at more disrespect, when we get to the seedings for the state tournament.
What are we?
5.
Who we got? Spring Valley?
So
I
now,
like that, though.
Now we just got to go out there and prove that we're not the 5 seed.
Oh, yeah. Last year we had a very short stint at state tournament. We got a tough luck. Had to play Spring Mills. I like our chances against Spring Valley, though.
I'm looking at your numbers here. You finished the game with 5 3-pointers.
Yes, sir.
I've been keeping you up to date on your career. You now have 200.
That's tough.
200 career threes. That's impressive.
Don't worry about anybody else behind you. Just keep pushing that thing. Just keep pushing that thing.
Where 40 years from now, you're still number 1.
Yes, sir. There you go.
I tell you, man, I really enjoyed tonight. 6 rebounds for you.
Yes,
So
sir.
that was big. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
they were focusing on boxing Jalen out and boxing Preston out. And, I mean, you got in there and got some rebounds.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about that and then talk about coming from the foul line.
Yeah, they got 2 really big bigs. One's 6'7", and one's about 6'8". So if we hit them both pretty hard, but then they got good rebounding guards as well. So I knew I'd have to help out, and then everybody else helped out too. And once we got up about 8 or 9 points, fourth quarter, we knew they had to foul, so I knew I had to make my free throws.
I'm not sure it's been done, but I'm going to go ahead and put this out in the air right now. State championship in soccer. Let's go ahead and run one in basketball too, right?
That'd be pretty daggone good.
Let's run one in basketball, right?
Oh, yeah, that's the plan for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
How much, though, of going through what you went through in the soccer season to get that state championship translates out here to the basketball floor now?
Oh, yeah, a lot of it does. And I like to look at it this way as well. In soccer, we lost 2 games in the regular season. Wheeling Park, Hurricane, we avenged them both in the state tournament. This year we lost, 3 games? South Charleston, Shady, Martinsburg. Took care of all of them.
Yeah.
So you lose one game, you don't want to lose it all. But if you lose one game, you want it to be in the regular season. And I feel like that's how it's sort of the same. Soccer skills as well, they translate so much to basketball, footwork and everything.
Yeah. All right, so now I guess it's time for some hard practices.
Definitely, yeah.
And get ready to watch some film on Spring Valley.
Yes, sir,
Let's get it.
definitely. Yes, sir.
Next Wednesday night.
Wednesday night, what time?
I think
9:30. I think it's a late game.
Is
I
it
think
4 or 5? I don't know. 4 or 5 quad A might be 7:15.
7:15 is pretty
it's
tough.
definitely an evening game.
I think it's an evening game.
Yeah.
I think it is. We'll
Okay.
check and make sure.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
find out. All right.
Sounds good.
Hey, man,
Thank you.
keep leading this team.
Appreciate that.
Proud
Thank
of
you.
you.
Great
Thank
job.
you.
Hey, and you're only a junior. You're coming back next year.
Yes, sir.
We're going to run this again next
Yes,
year.
sir. Yes, sir.
Soccer and basketball again.
Indeed, yes, sir.
All right.
Appreciate
hey,
that.
How cool would that be? Just
4 in a row?
4 in a row.
4 in a row, man. 4 for 4.
Nobody else can
4
say
for
that.
4.
4
I think
for
that's
4.
good.
You like the Wendy's 4 for
The
4
Wendy's
too?
4 for 4, baby. Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
man. Appreciate you, my
Thank
man.
you. I
Great
appreciate
job.
it.
Great
Thank you.
job. Kobe Dillon, 27 points in the game tonight for Beckley as Beckley defeats South Charleston 56-43. Bringing in somebody right now, and I have gotten so much flack for this, and I'm going to tell him about it.
Have you heard this yet?
Have you heard this story?
I have not.
Oh,
I have not heard about
okay.
Buckle up.
All right. I can't remember which game it was. Okay. Are you a country music fan?
Maybe a little bit, just about as much as
Okay.
everybody probably.
All right. Well, I apologize for this, but you came on the floor, and I think you hit a 3. I think it was. And my wife was the one who caught it. She was listening to the game. I said, Laney Wilson hits the 3.
Oh, man.
I called you Laney Wilson. I'm
Uh-oh.
so sorry for that.
Oh, that's okay.
I don't know why I did that either. I have no idea. But Lucas Rainey joins us. And I have said during the game, late in the game, you came into a big – he's laughing at it now. He come into a big part of the game. We had 3 starters foul out. But here you come in and had not been to the free throw line at all in the varsity game at all this year. You go to the line. Boom, boom. Were you nervous at all about going to the line?
To be perfectly honest, no. I've shot good free throws all through JV career. Shooting good in practice. I felt good about it. I stepped to the line. I was like, I feel good. Knock him down.
You also had a couple of big games for us this year, and the last one that comes up, of course, was the Riverside game when Zy couldn't go because he was injured. You get the start. All you do is come in the first quarter and hit 4 threes in the game. I mean, there is so much confidence. When you shoot the ball, you think it's going in every time.
Yeah, every single time. That's something I've worked on, something I've struggled with throughout my high school career is building that confidence as a shooter. I think that's something really important. You have to step on the court and think, every shot I take is going to go in. And even if you miss, you think the next one's going in.
Yeah, I mean, that from a shooting standpoint, my whole career I only stood around the three-point line, never attacked the basket, so I always heard it from the coaches too. So I understand the frustrations of the highs and lows of that. But talk about getting your number called a couple of times throughout the game, and then specifically that last possession where you guys forced that turnover and then going to the line. Just talk a little bit more about what it meant defensively.
Yeah, we were just trying to take away their shooters at that point. We had a guy, number 5, he got pretty hot there. We were like, no more three-pointers for that guy. We're not letting this get too much closer. So really it just came down to that, and then we were able to capitalize on that.
Yeah, man.
When you look at now moving forward, going to the state tournament, talk about that, being a part of this tradition-rich program, 16 state championships with the most in the state, top 10 nationally as far as state championships. Now that you got a part to be trying to get number 17. Talk about what that means and now moving forward to that part of it.
Yeah, like you said, we have a rich history here in Beckley. We're City of Champions, as we're nicknamed. I think we have a very good chance to go in there and make some noise this state tournament. Absolutely.
All right, I'm looking ahead. Okay, number 5 seed in the state tournament.
Yeah.
We will play next Wednesday at 9:30 or
Okay.
9 p.m.
9 p.m.
So we play the last game of Wednesday. We'll play Spring Valley. We haven't played them this year, but just give me your thoughts on moving forward now.
That's the late game, so we get to cap off Wednesday evening. I don't know too much about Spring Valley. Me and Kobe have talked about it a little bit and think about who we might match up against after this. So, we feel pretty good. I think I like our chances against most anybody at this point in time.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think we can win another one, so let's go get it.
I do too.
All right.
Number 17.
Congratulations, buddy.
Cool.
Appreciate
Thanks
you.
so much.
All right. That is
Congrats, man.
Lucas
Good job.
Rainey joining us, and he had 2 points tonight, but 2 of the biggest points. 2 free throws late in the game that kind of secured this game for the Flying Eagles. We still have 3 or 4 more players to talk to, which we don't mind that at all. We want to talk to everybody tonight, so that's what we are going to do. And one of the freshmen on this varsity team, Gage Burdett, sits down with us and talks to us a little bit. How's it feel, buddy, going to the state tournament?
It feels really good. Like, compete, do all the stuff, good, and go.
As we talked about with Lucas Rainey and also with Javante, there's a key point in the game where you had to come out on the floor and get in the game. The 3 of our starters fouled out.
Yeah.
You were part of one of the bigger steals in this game, along with Javante and Lucas.
Yeah.
When you get called on, give me your mindset to come in the game. You come in the game, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. You've come into the game at all different times. Yeah. Talk to me about your mindset when you get ready to check into the game.
Just go in there, be ready to shoot, play hard defense, hustle.
You're not intimidated or scared to take a shot, are you?
No, for sure.
I can attest. He doesn't have the mindset of a freshman.
This is something too, and I know you can attribute. We talk about this as well. I've heard multiple people talk about, as a young man and as an athlete, saying there's something about this Gage Burdett kid. He's just got it. Whatever it is, he gets it. And I've heard multiple people say that. Coaches have said that. Other players have said that. Try to give me your mindsets getting ready to come out, and whether it's on the football field, whether it's on the basketball court, to have that mindset as a freshman to come in and say, hey, I belong here.
I mean, age don't really matter. You just got to go out there. I mean, I work hard after practice every day for an hour after. So I know I put in more work than them. So.
Yeah, and just give us a little rundown of that last little bit, getting your number called to come in. And really it was to come in and play defense. So who do you think I should credit the steal to in the stat sheet? Because you, Lucas, J-Dub was all around the ball, but I don't know who to give that steal to.
All 3 of us.
All 3 of them. I'll try to divide it into third. Yeah.
Third,
yeah. I love it.
All right, buddy. Going to the state tournament next week. We'll play next Wednesday at 9:30 or 9 o'clock, taking on Spring Valley.
Is that past your bedtime too? That's past my bedtime.
I'm not that young.
It's past mine, but I'm gonna be there yelling.
Hey, you don't have to be young to have a 9:30 bedtime. Trust me, you'll learn that soon.
Hey, the older you get, the better it is.
That's
to go
right.
to 9 o'clock.
That's
hey,
right.
buddy, I appreciate you coming over talking to us. Great job this year, man.
Piece of advice for you. Just buckle up for this next week of practices, because these practices coming into the state tournament don't compare to the regular season practices. So get ready for the running shoes.
Get ready,
That's right.
buddy. Appreciate you. That is Gage Burdett joining us.
Proud
We
of you,
appreciate that. Got a couple of players left, and we'll let Zy Hawthorne sit down. And Zy joining us. Well, I tell you what, buddy. I know you don't feel well. I know the back is hurt. Give me kind of an idea. How is the back right now?
Terrible. If I'm just going to be honest, it doesn't feel well. I don't think I'm going to go to school tomorrow.
Well, that's okay. You won. You don't have to go to school.
Yeah, I don't think I can move around like that.
But talk about, when did it start bugging you?
About, I think it's been like 2 weeks. I walked on the court at practice, and it was just tight, and then just got progressively tighter.
But you came out here tonight. There's a couple of times you gutted through tonight. And I watched you have a big block shot. You said something, but I don't know what it was. Did you say anything or just smile?
I think I said, like last year, nice shot, sir. I think I said something like that.
I love it. But then there was another play right after that. You jumped high and got a skied for a rebound. Adrenaline take over?
I think a little bit, yes, sir. Yeah.
Talk about 8 points tonight, fouling out in the game. I know that was frustrating for you, but what I liked, what I saw you do, is when you fouled out of the game, you came over here, and I don't think you sat down that much. And I don't know if it's because you were in back pain but you were clapping for your guys. You were showing guys where to go on the floor and things like that. You were really being the coach on the sideline.
Yes, sir.
And talk to me about this season, because you struggled through injuries, back problem, you had stomach issues going up as well. You missed, I think, 4 or 5 games this year.
Yeah.
But talk about just fighting through that, and now seeing those benefits, knowing that you're going to play next Wednesday night at 9 o'clock on the Charleston Coliseum floor for the second year in a row, going for a state championship.
It means a lot to me. I felt like if I didn't play tonight, it would have hurt me. Like if we didn't go to states, I feel like that would have been heavy on me. And to get back, I know a lot of people were saying that we wouldn't get back. I mean, we was above them in the AP poll, and then we still had to come down here, so we felt a little disrespected by that. And then you got their fans coming in the hallway at halftime, screaming at us. They did that last year too. But just to get the job done coming down here, it means a lot.
Talk to me about this year. You finished with 8 points tonight, so you have 289 points on the season. You're closing in on 800 for your career here at Beckley. What does that mean for you?
It means a lot. There's a lot of great players that's played at Woodrow, and I would love to be one of those.
Well, you're definitely mentioned in that category. You're also, did you have a 3 tonight? No, you did not have a 3.
Sir.
But you're closing in on 100 career threes. You're closing in on Elijah Redfern for he's got second all-time assist.
Yeah.
You're third right now. So you're in that top 5 conversation with some of the better players that's ever played here.
Sure.
Yeah, we're still trying to clean up here in the community center, but talk about kind of the opportunity to put on a show now in front of the Civic Center crowd. I'm not sure I understood it when I was a player playing in front of the fan bases that show up in Charleston for the state tournament. It's not only your local team people, but you're going to have so many other people that they mark that week off on their calendar to come down to Charleston to watch whoever's going to be playing. So now just talk about that opportunity to play in front of literally the state of West Virginia now.
I think it means a lot to all of us because last year we went down there, didn't get the result we expected. I think me and Kobe combined for 2 points, and it's a pride thing for us to not let that happen again. For sure. Can't let that happen.
And I guarantee you, a lot of people will see the Beckley won tonight saying, I want to go watch Beckley.
Yeah.
I want to go see this 18-3 team play, what it's about. And as a 5 seed, to see what they can do.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of eyes. There's a lot of eyes on this game tonight. There's going to be a lot of eyes next week. So get that back better. I know you will do whatever you can to get back out there on the floor, take some rest. There'll be some tough practices. But I guarantee you, if we can win 3 more games to get to hang that banner up, that back pain will go away.
It'll be worth it.
It will be so worth it, my man.
Yes, sir.
Great job. Appreciate you fighting through tonight. Great job for this win.
Proud of you, man.
And we will see you next Wednesday night.
Thank you.
That's Zy Hawthorne joining us once again. 8 points tonight. Found out in the game, but once again struggling with that back issue, but has some big plays in this game tonight for Beckley. Owen Gunter sitting down to join us. What's up, buddy?
Oh, what's up, man? What's up?
How are you doing?
I'm doing really, really well, man. How about you?
I'm doing well. How's it feel to go back to the state tournament?
I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. I don't know. It's just the way that we fought to get here and all the stuff that we've gone through as a team and as personal people and stuff we've had to fight through every day of practice just to get to this is it's remarkable to watch. It really is as a team.
Talk to me about this season for you because, I mean, you played a lot of JV ball. I have seen your game improve as the season goes on. Talk about just trying to continue to work to get better?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for that. I thank you for that compliment, saying I'm getting better. I thank you for that.
You are, man. I mean, that's, watch you play. I mean, I think people will see you as a size and say, okay, you're getting better. You're getting so. You had, well, shucks, the last game, you had a nice little jump hook, dude. What's up with that?
Well,
Riverside, man. That was nice.
Me and Coach Barksdale got in the gym over the summer, and he was like, man, you've got this remarkable height. And he's like, I just want to show you this. And we worked on it some before that, and I was just like, I'm not really feeling this, but I've used it. It's my weapon. I'm not going to lie. That jump hook, it's just you drop, you go over, and you escalate, and it's just it's in there.
The one thing, too, and I think this can happen between this year and next year, I'd love to see you put on a little weight.
I'm going to try.
Hit that weight room, man. And because, I mean, you got the height.
Yeah.
You got some moves. You get some strength. Man, I'm telling you.
Force to be working with.
I'm telling you, man. We're gonna need somebody next year to step in for Jalen.
Yeah.
So,
and
I mean,
watching him this year, it's like we just sit on the bench and we're like you can't do anything with him.
Yep.
He's this force, and you can tell when he's there and you can tell when he's not. But back to your original question of what's drove me to get better is that man standing right over there. He's came in here and I believe he's turned this program.
Coach Lewis.
Oh,
nice.
yes.
He's a great guy, no doubt about it,
and
for sure.
He yells, he screams, he does all this, but
means well, right?
Yeah,
that's right.
Well, he's one of those guys that will yell at you, but then 2 seconds later he'll tell you a joke.
Yeah.
That's important. So, buddy, what does it mean for you to go back to the States?
Just let's get it. This year's our year.
There you go.
I've heard rumors we're the 5 seed.
The 5 seed. We play Spring Valley next Wednesday at 8:30 or 9 o'clock. I'll say at 8:30, 9:30. We're playing at 9 o'clock next Wednesday.
Either way, be in Charleston.
Oh yeah.
All right. And either way, I will say this, and I might get in trouble for this, but for Ryan Stafford and the administration of Woodrow Wilson High School, to have the kids go to school and not have to worry about going the next day. Let them go to the game. I'm just saying.
I'll let them worry about the logistics
well,
of that.
I mean, they can worry about. Yeah, I mean, I'm just putting it out there.
That's right.
And I think I would be, pretty popular among the students by saying that.
For sure.
Oh, well, you already are.
Am I really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
You're the voice of Flying Eagles, man. Come on.
You're Fred. Everyone's like, oh my gosh. They're like, who's this Brent guy? Like, what's he doing?
Yeah. You didn't have to throw me under the bus like that.
Yeah, right. That never happens. Owen, buddy, I appreciate you coming over and talking to us. Congratulations. Enjoy this tonight. But don't, after tonight, forget about it. We got Spring Valley to worry about.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And I just want to say to everybody who thinks we're not going to get it this year's our year, and we're coming for it. It's going to be ours.
I love it.
I love it. And I want to thank y'all too so much for following us everywhere and always being there, saying the good things, being I guess I should say the voice behind the game, something like that.
We believe me, it's an honor for me to do it. And I told Brent when we won, I said, I love this team.
Oh yeah.
This is fun, buddy. So great job.
Thank
they're looking at us, giving us bad looks, so we're going to have to get it out of here. But I appreciate you, and let's go get this state championship.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Buddy.
Good job.
Owen Gunter joining us this evening, and I think we've talked to everybody, and I am getting some bad looks. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back, and we'll wrap it up next here on the Big Dog, 99.5 WJLS.